Welcome to the Empty Netters podcast. Can you believe what this has become?
There was a full 48 hours where I felt like I was like literally Superman.
Jumbo loves playing Fortnite, so he gets on the sticks.
Did TR show you the sauna cycle, or was that all
No, I invented that.
Almost a year now that I haven't taken a body check. That's kind of nice.
So we are back. We are horned up, and we are going deep.
Finished tonight with some chicken fingers and a few Guinnesses, ran into you guys, and that's where this pod came to life.
Ice is ready, and we're back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast brought to you by BetMGM. I am your host, Dan Powers. We got Dr. Watkins on the sticks. We got CP fresh off of a 7-hour drive back from San Francisco watching the U.S. dog walk Bosnia and Herzegovina, but also shout out to all the Bosnians and the Herzegovinians for an unbelievable tournament and an unbelievable game. You met some cool people. As always.
Yeah. Dude, and Locks promised me that there would be no Bosnians or Herzegovinians there because he said this is a USA game in the USA and it's going to be a packed house.
Why would you trust the least traveled man you know?
And then he was dead wrong.
Yeah, dude, of course. There are amazing fans there, I bet.
It was actually sick. I think that it's cool that, I don't know how this works really or where it's advertised or something. But I think it's cool that when stadiums go, everyone rooting for this team is sitting here.
Yes.
And again, I don't know how that happens. Like, aren't they just buying tickets?
Oh,
they
well,
go online and go, I would like to buy a ticket.
It's similar to that thing that happened recently. It's the, like, when you buy online, it puts in your credit card information, shows your address, if you will.
So if you have like the Bank of Bosnia, they'll
truly
know. Yeah.
And it does it with like out of town fans. Like if you if you're trying to buy tickets to a game at Fenway and like you have a New York zip, and it's like here are the tickets that are available to you.
But I think,
well, dude, Ted Lasso explains it.
Yeah,
in season 1 when Rebecca is still anti-Richmond,
and anti-Ted.
And a little bit anti-Ted, Higgins is like, hey, we haven't sold out all of our tickets for the final game of the year against Man City. And she's like, release them to the away fans. And he's like, City fans will scoop those up. It'll be a sea of sky blue in our stand. She's like, good. And he's like, dude, fuck off. Like, no, we don't need away fans in here.
Yep.
So, like, you can literally, in your systems, release fans to away fans. So tickets to away fans.
Interesting. Because I would like to, I might make this a passion of mine. Yeah.
I think it's so cool. Did you see the overhead shot in the Norway game of the Norway row?
No.
And it's I mean, you're literally looking at the Norway section, and it's a full-on wave of red jerseys, and they're all doing the row together. And it's how when you go to LAFC games. It's unbelievable that I'm using LAFC as an example for this. But there is like the super fan section. Mm-hmm. Like, it's I think it's awesome.
We should definitely too, I know this is pretty common take, but we should be singing more.
Oh, brother.
Games.
It is, if there is one thing that we need to take from international soccer, it is the songs. And it's so cool when you buy, I mean, you know this, when you buy new players and you are a fan of a club team, the super fans start writing songs for the new players, and there's like new themes every year, and it's just fucking amazing.
Because we not only were, or this isn't a not only but also situation, but I'll say these two things. We, as in the U.S. fans, don't sing at all. At this particular game I was at, there was the occasional smattering of a USA chant, but that was it. There was no, constant hype. And I know it's a lot. It's a lot of work, but college football fans do it all the time.
You got to coordinate, right?
Yeah.
It's like you got to know what you're going to do going in.
And this was a fun wrinkle or a funny wrinkle more than it was fun. When you go to a Premier League game, for example, and even if you despise the other team, and all their fans are singing songs making fun of your guys, that's my guy. It's still funny and fun because I can understand them. They're singing in English, and I'm like, that's a cool song. That was a clever song.
Yeah.
Going to international World Cup games is funny because the Bosnia fans were beasts, and their section was epic, and they were fucking jumping and singing the whole time. But they were just singing stuff that I have literally no idea what they were saying, obviously, because it's in another language. And I was like, I bet that song's awesome.
Yeah.
I bet something really funny's being said.
For sure.
But you just have no clue. You're just in this international game like,
That sounds sick. Yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of go, yeah, all right, cool.
Let's sing one back.
Talking shit about you so bad.
Like, that was really great.
Yeah, I love
dude.
it.
It's so cool. God, I love it. I love this tournament so much. It's so freaking fun.
We
Fires me up.
fucking beat their ass, too.
We did.
Oh,
We
my
did.
God, dude.
But,
It was crazy. They didn't even touch the ball.
Yeah, but they're a great team. Ed and Dzeka's electric.
Dude, did he tear his Achilles?
I hope not, but
Because dude, you get 0.0 information at soccer.
I
games.
No
replays.
Yeah.
No, like, here's what happened. Like when Ballo took the red, the ref was like this, red card. We were like, what?
You guys were texting me when we go back on Hold the Phone. I'm going to sit and pout that I didn't get to go. But you were being like, what happened? And I was just like, oh, yeah, you guys aren't seeing anything. You're not getting any replays. You're not getting any information. That is tough, but it's also like you're in it.
Yeah,
You're in
yeah,
the bat. You're
totally.
in the fight.
Yep.
You're basically on the pitch.
But I just saw him immediately kind of grab his lower leg.
Yeah.
And then in the 49th minute, it'd be like, sub. And I was like, oh, no.
Let's talk about that red card.
Okay.
It was a red card.
I disagree.
It was a red card. And here's the thing that sucks. I think my larger issue is the rule, because there are a couple of ways for a red card. One, if there is momentum and action that has a intent to harm or malicious intent or anything like that, straight red.
Yep.
If also it is a straight red if you do a play regardless of intent that puts a player in danger. That play did do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look at the freeze frame, it is studs up along the back of his leg, rakes down, and stomps his ankle. Like that there is a freeze frame where his ankle is fucking, we got a 90-degree angle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's like that is the situation where you look at that and I'm like, it's a red card, dude. And the way I kept looking at it is, if I were a Bosnian fan, I would be screaming. I'd be like, that is a fucking, you're down 1-0. You're playing a better opponent. Like, you need that.
Yeah.
The one thing I think sucks and is dumb about the rule, and this is like Rebecca Lowe talked about this after the game, it's like you have to be able to implement common sense as the VAR officials and be like, dude, don't give him a red there because now he misses next game, and that is clearly not an offense that deserves to miss next game. That's where the rule needs to change for me. Like, I genuinely, if they were like, this is a red card and he's sent off for this match, but he's not missing the next match, I would have gone like this. That is 100. That is totally fair. It's exactly the result that should happen, because it does suck if you go, I'm putting in common sense here and going, this is not malicious enough for him to have to miss next game, so no red card, it's just a yellow card. You then have the other side being like this, but that offense should make him removed from this game, which is also true.
Yep.
It's just a brutal situation.
Yeah, I think that the easy solve is rarely do I think the NBA gets something right, but it's flagrant 1, flagrant 2. Like, that is a flagrant 1 red card. You are out the rest of this game, and that's it. Flagrant 2 red card is you're out the rest of this game.
Completely agree. That's what it should be.
So that's what it should be. I also will slightly push back on this isn't what happened, but I think if I went like this, if I was running backwards to get back in the play, and then as I took my next backwards running step, someone on Bosnia was stepping behind me, and I raked down the back of his leg, and then his ankle went to a 90-degree angle, I would go, that is not a red card, because I'm like, I didn't even see you there. And I think people are like, it is.
Yeah,
his
but
ankle's in danger.
I don't
said that's not what happened.
Yeah,
I'm saying
okay.
There's a version of that exact injury happens that is not a red card. Can we agree on that? Like, there's a malicious way, which is a horrible red card, and there's a version where exactly that thing happens to someone's leg, and it's not a red card.
I think I'm confused. No. Don't laugh at me. But, like, you were saying a play where someone's literally running backwards and you completely...
No, I'm just saying, forget my example.
Okay.
That act...
that we just saw.
Nope. A foot going down the back of someone's leg and then snapping his ankle into 90 degrees.
Yeah.
There's a sliding scale of how that happened to that player. One of them is someone came flying in like this.
Yep.
And tried to kill them.
Absolutely
and
true.
one of them is it was a literal complete accident.
Yeah.
this version of the accident isn't a red card in my opinion. I think some people go, yes, it is. It does not matter how or why it happens.
I think anyone who would disagree with that is just like totally wrong.
So there's a scale in here, and in my opinion, that act was still on the scale of like that. There was literally no intent to land on his leg. He's falling off balance. His foot is just coming down so he doesn't fall into a split.
Sure.
And it happens to land on someone's leg.
Sure.
That's what I think happened.
Yeah. I think it was a little too. Flo was facing the play. He made an active, like he was trying to make a tackle on the ball
at first. And then I think he just gets knocked out of the way. Now he's just landing. Like he has no idea where that foot's coming down.
But I think that the rule book would argue that like you got to be in control of your body because he does make a move and then he gets a little out of control. Either way, it sucks. It's awful. He should not be missing the next match. And frankly, I'm going to need government officials to get involved.
Agreed.
Like we can't appeal it, but I'm like, well, maybe we can, dude. How about this? Maybe we can.
Yep.
Maybe we go to every manager of every nation in the World Cup and go, what do you guys think about this? Should he have to miss next match? And I bet,
that's interesting.
I bet the Bosnian manager would also go, no, he should not. If it's a unanimous, every manager in the World Cup goes like this, no, he should not mix next match. Then let him back in.
What about, would you respect if the Belgian manager went like this, let him play?
Dude, not only would I respect it, I would fucking stand and salute him. Dude. I would be like, you're a hero.
Evan, one time when we were in college, we would go to the beach, all summer.
This is how did I fucking know you were going to tell this story?
And there was a group of we were like 20 something, I guess, and there was a group of young kids that were just like us 10, 15 years ago, that would just rip the same beach.
Right.
And we would always be there, and they'd be with their parents, and we'd be hanging out. And then at some point during the day, like one of the kids would always come up to us and be like, you guys want to play football or soccer or whatever? And we'd be like, hell yeah. So we would just play, and it would be so fun. And their parents were always like, thank you so much. And I was like, our pleasure, dude. Like, this is amazing. And they always wanted to do them versus us. So it's like 10-year-olds versus 20-year-olds in 22-year-olds in football, Yeah. So we would just like play to make it fun,
You'd beat the shit out of them.
Yeah. And there was one day where we would draw lines, and this one kid threw a pass 10, 15 yards out of bounds. And since I knew it was so far out of bounds, I ran over and picked it off, and I pretended to like toe tap. And I was like, that's a pick. I'm in bounds. Just because I wanted to rile them up.
Yeah.
And the kids are immediately like, you're 20 yards out of bounds. Like everyone's screaming.
It's great.
And I do the quick mental math to count numbers, and I realize there's 6 of us and 7 of them. So I go, okay, fine. We're doing a vote. Everybody, hands up right now if you think that was in bounds. And I look at all my boys, and we all raise our hand, and one little kid goes,
"Aw."
And I was like, oh no.
It's unbelievable.
Just swung.
Wow.
We were like,
I was like, no, dude, no, it's
that
not.
That kid wanted to be your friend
so bad.
So bad. He wanted to be
he was a man of honor. But it was like, but you're wrong, dude.
Dude, I was like 3 parking lots out of bounds. He was like, I think he was in. I was like, oh,
crazy.
buddy.
That's cute.
It was amazing.
It was absolutely crazy. All right, folks, we got some fun topics today. As we've told you, Thursday eps now, especially during the summer, going to be a little more free-flowing, a little more fun, doing some random stuff. Obviously, tons has happened in the NHL with trades, free agency. We're going to speed round through all that, hitting on all the major topics. Don't worry, it's going to be plenty of hockey talk. We're getting into a new segment on Netters called Fraud Watch and Top Hits. That's going to be an absolute blast. We got a blind ranking, some other fun stuff. I do have one thing for you guys that I want to talk about before we jump into all the crazy signings. You've seen the news of this earthquake in Venezuela.
No.
I have, yeah. It's
horrible,
sad.
horrible,
A lot
horrible.
of people passed away.
Yeah, horrible earthquake in Venezuela. A lot of people have passed away. A lot of people are missing, still missing. So everyone remember, this is a fun, comedy, lighthearted show. We are not making light of that situation whatsoever. It's tragic, and we hope everyone who is missing is returned
8
safely
days ago.
and healthy.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's awful. I did get me thinking this is a topic that is completely separate from the earthquake. Okay, let's make that clear.
But inspired by.
Inspired is a thought that it was inspired by. Let's say something happened. Let's say there was a like a blackout, like
Like an EMP went off and all the
Yes.
electricity went dead, like all the
Yeah.
movies in the 90s said would happen.
let's say you guys were like on a trip and an EMP thing happened. There's a blackout, and it was a situation where some people weren't accounted for, and you saw, like, your phone is off,
Yeah.
credit cards aren't working, but then things come back online, and you see Chris Powers, Dr. Evan Watkins missing.
Right.
Would you milk it for a couple days? Stay off grid.
Ooh.
Stay off grid.
Absolutely.
I mean, think about it. My point being, in today's day and age, in this where we live, it's pretty hard to get off grid fully.
Extremely hard.
And all of a sudden, you had an excuse where you were safe. You knew you were safe. And let's remove. Nah, never mind. I was gonna say, let's go with a world where you have a fiance, you have a lovely wife.
Yeah.
We have families that care about us and friends that care about us. So now that I'm thinking about it, it would be awful because all of those people would be missing you, and
They'd be so worried.
I was about to institute a. What if you were just a drifter and you had no one who was worried about you? Because then I'm like, well, what's the fucking difference? Your entire
off the
life
grid
is off.
anyway.
You're off the grid already, bro.
But so let's keep it. Like, let's keep that moral conundrum in there. Would you maybe take like a day and just stay off grid?
Okay, well, that is. I wish you hadn't brought that up because one of our really good friends, Ev, was doing a study abroad thing or whatever. It was actually like over the winter or maybe summer.
I think it was winter.
Yeah, in Haiti, in Port-au-Prince, when that earthquake hit, which was like one of the biggest earthquakes fucking ever.
Dude, it was
I think.
crazy.
And no one could get a hold of him, and I was like, yo. And then legitimately like a day went by, and then we got an email.
I think it was way longer than that, dude.
No, because that would be crazy. I know, but like I think we're probably exaggerating it in my mind. 'Cause a day
The way
felt
I
like
remember it
1,000
was at
years.
least 2 days.
Maybe it was 2
because it
days.
was. I remember checking in constantly,
Yeah.
being like, "Have we heard from him? Have we heard from him?"
So like 2 days go by and we get an email from like a rogue email address to his mom, me, Dan, just a big chunk of people that was like, hey, it's Andrew. I'm okay. Like everything, there's no cell, everything's down. There's no
Dude.
cell, no, not like you will not hear from me again for 2
Yeah.
days, but I'm alive.
Oh my god.
It was
like, holy shit.
it was a Facebook message
it's
or
something
post or
crazy,
something.
yeah.
We were like, Facebook?
Yeah.
But it was like, yeah, he
Well,
eventually
that's a
said,
smart way to blast it to everybody that kind of
yeah,
matters.
he eventually got to some area that had a computer, and it was like a line. And it was like, you can use this computer to do what you will. And he was like, I think
Porn,
Facebook.
just
basically.
hammer
now I'm
porn.
thinking like the modern
Placed a
version.
couple bets.
Yeah, the modern version of that is like, okay, I gotta get it on Instagram and do a story real quick.
Yeah.
yeah. Just so
Sup,
everybody
y'all?
knows I'm okay.
I'm
Hey, guys,
good.
smash that like button. I'm alive.
Yeah, just listen, it got me thinking that getting off grid is hard these days. And if all of a sudden I woke up and someone was like, Dan Powers is missing, and I knew I was fine.
I'll give you a caveat for me. It's like if I could, if nobody in my extended family, like because a lot of my family lives on the other side of the country, so my mom would be worried. But if she wasn't aware of like any kind of disaster,
good
like
caveat.
let's say like she goes to bed and doesn't look at the TV for 2 days,
Yep.
and doesn't know that there's like a horrible disaster in California that could worry her.
Yeah.
As long as my wife knew, or maybe
Right.
I was with my wife and we
Yeah,
were
yeah,
both in the
you're
same
missing together.
silo,
Yeah.
I'd be fine. I'd totally be fine to like take 2 days and be like, nobody knows where we are.
Dude, do you think that what do I have access to while missing, Dan? Everything.
It's
and
true.
everything?
Is it boring?
Yeah,
Is it gonna
right.
be boring?
yeah, well, that's what
Like
I was.
if I'm just literally hiding, then I would be like, I'm here. Take me back.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
but if you were like, dude, you have got books, you have your laptop, you have internet, maybe some video games, I'd
Yeah.
be like, I might be missing still.
That yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Can
I
we be
can't.
missing at home?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's like you see. It would be like if your phone works, then you're not off
Yeah.
grid.
That's
If you
true.
lost your phone.
Yeah, no, I didn't say phone.
Well, I'm just thinking out loud.
I want entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay, what if you go to a cabin? Let's say you go to a cabin like up in Big Bear, and it gets completely dumped with snow.
Yeah.
And the
Here
power
we
goes,
go.
the power goes out.
No cell service.
No cell service, no internet.
But you got a bunch of
technically-
DVDs.
Yeah, you got DVDs and board games
And
like
water,
most
running
cabins.
water.
Yeah, you got water.
Oh, yeah.
You got food. So
Yeah.
like you're not gonna die, but you might not have all the amenities of modern day living.
Well, like think about
what
it.
do
It's
you
like
do?
when we go to the lake house, there's no service there.
Yeah, no sir, but no powers was what throwing me because then I can't even watch the fucking DVDs. Like,
But
No,
you got,
let's
but
say
we got
we have
wood.
power.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got
Wi-Fi
wood.
goes out.
yeah,
There's full power. We still have DVDs. Still have cable.
What if you got a generator? What if you got a generator and it's good for like 4 hours a day?
yeah.
You got
okay.
enough gas for like
Yeah.
a couple.
Then, dude, forever. Like literally,
Loved
dude.
ones be damned.
Yeah, literally.
You will
forever.
show back up in a month.
Yeah.
And be like this. I was fine. I was having a blast.
I think Chris is gonna be a hermit later in
Yeah.
life.
One of my dreams.
I mean, Chris barely responds to texts anyway.
Yeah, correct.
Like we don't know if he's living or dead all the time.
One of my life's dreams was to get on a milk carton someday.
Oh yeah.
And that would be so sick. I
And
know
to
that's
be-
deranged, but I remember being a little kid being like, I want to be on a milk carton.
And
fame.
to, and,
It's fame,
and
baby.
you
Yeah.
see that and you go like this. I'm
Yeah.
fine. I'm right
Dude,
here.
fuck, there was a crazy story.
They don't do that anymore, do they?
No, but I worked on we didn't end up buying it, but I worked on a doc called The Milk Carton Kids that were a group of people who are adults now, but who were all on milk cartons and saved because of it.
Yeah.
And it was like kind of cool true crime stories of like,
All 3 of them.
yeah, right.
No.
Legitimately.
How many really were there? I wonder.
A great question. How many ever?
Yeah.
Great question. Dude, there's actually some fascinating shit because I also worked on a doc about Amber Alerts, which was about a girl actually named Amber.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first time.
yeah.
And that type of stuff, like getting information out, it's so funny how little we did that before. You
Yeah.
know, like people would like go missing and they'd be like, "That's tough."
You know what fucking creeps the shit out of me when it's like 11:30 at night or like late and you're sitting around, you're kind of vibing, and then your phone just goes "Ah!" and it's
Yeah,
like a
dude.
fucking Amber Alert, and you're like,
Jesus
Jesus Christ, you scared the shit out of
Yeah,
me.
so crazy.
Oh,
dude.
I hate that.
Amber alerts are so intense.
It's also scary when you're with. This happens at work a lot when you're standing next to 20 people because it all happens
they
at the
all
same
go at the
time.
same
Yeah,
time.
and you're like,
yeah,
what?
it's pretty
Yeah.
freaky. It's like
Is this
the
the
purge
apocalypse?
siren.
Yeah,
Fucking
so good.
crazy. All right, let's jump into some hockey news. I know there's a lot going on. I think we've got to start with the Florida Panthers.
And I think I'd like to do this way.
okay.
I was driving for 15 hours yesterday, and at a World Cup game, and everything was happening all around me, and I had no idea what was going on. So you are going to
I'm going to tell you everything.
break this news to me, and then I'm going to knee-jerk react to everything.
That's fantastic. All right, starting with the Florida Panthers. Also, folks, we this episode is coming out Friday. I know you're used to episodes coming out on Thursday, but we waited because obviously the big day was Thursday. So we're going back all the way back to Tuesday. You know, there's shit that has happened. Number one, we have a new goaltender in Florida. The Panthers are up to their old tricks, man. They went out and they signed Radko Gudas to a long-term deal. Crazy one for the Panthers. Gudas.
What was his number?
They traded for his rights. I think he was playing at 6.
Oh, he's under contract.
Well, they traded for his rights from the Ducks, and they got him back, and they signed him to a 5-year, $1.5 million deal. And
Okay, go on.
Gudas is 36. So, like, this is another Marshy deal where it's like they're going to be paying him till he's fucking 41 years old. But 1.5, who cares? They also, and this one has gone under the radar, they re-signed A2 Luosterainen to a 5-year, 8-year by 5. That's one of the best contracts in the game, dude.
Yes.
Like, Luosterainen is so good. He's 27 years old. And $5 million cap hit for what he does is fucking unbelievable. And now him and Lindell are together forever, and it's just fucking remarkable. But then they make a trade with Jersey. And they send Evan Rodriguez, Jesper Bobquist, Ben Steeves to Jersey, and they get Jacob Markstrom back. Jacob Markstrom, 2 years left at $6 million. They also get Angus Crookshank back, which is, I think, pretty sick that Harry Potter characters are in the NHL now.
Mr. Crookshank.
Angus Crookshank.
Angus Crookshank.
Shout out Binge Mode on The Ringer, Mallory Rubin, Jason
Legend.
Concepcion.
Legend.
They do these deep dive pods, and they do Potter, and they said early this, and maybe someone has said, I'm sure many people have said this before, but this is the first time I've ever heard it. They would constantly credit J.K. Rowling for being the best namer in fantasy writing.
Yeah.
And Potter's my favorite series, and I was like, oh, wow, good call. And now that I have read 8 billion fantasy series, I could not emphasize that fact enough.
It's unbelievable.
How good she is at naming.
It's amazing how many great fantasy books that I read that every new name I hear, I go, can you just please
Just fuck off.
do a little better?
Yeah.
These names are horrendous.
Dune, Duncan, Idaho.
Dude,
Gave up on that one.
Not gonna lie,
Duncan, Idaho.
I kind of love that name.
But
it doesn't.
It's fucking Dune.
It
We're
is
in
ridiculous.
Idaho.
It is ridiculous. It is
Are you
ridiculous.
kidding me?
Paul, dude, Paul.
But
It's
Atreides
Paul.
is a great name.
Yeah, but why Paul?
I don't know. Yeah, like Leto Atreides
Yeah,
and
and
has
then
a son named Paul.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, the
And,
names are either boring or unpronounceable and stupid.
I
And J.K. Rowling is
almost,
the goat.
I almost wanted to do this in this episode, but the more I thought about it, with especially some of the Russian players, there are a lot of Harry Potter names in the NHL,
Oh, that's funny.
and we're gonna do that
Okay.
probably next week. But
Sounds good.
Markey goes to the Panthers, so that is a big thing to note. That's all the Panthers moves. I love every single move, but let's talk about the Markstrom thing now, which will jump us to the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay. Well, can I knee jerk to everything?
Sure.
The Panthers, Gudis is great because the Panthers just want to wear you down. They're paying him nothing, and like he will be a bottom pairing and he'll wear you down.
Yeah.
And
he's we know it works there.
yeah,
Won a
yeah.
cup there.
E2 great. The Panthers, and this will perfectly go to the Leafs. I heard some stuff that the numbers that were getting thrown around with Bob, and it was just pissing Zito off, and then they countered with a number that maybe even is what he took in Toronto. I can't remember.
Again, I have a lot of information on that.
Okay. And he felt disrespected. I will tell you this. The Florida Panthers, I think, likely lost themselves the Stanley Cup,
Interesting.
which was free.
Interesting.
Like the Stanley Cup was over, and we were jumping ahead to the 28 season.
Okay.
And then because they were annoyed, or based on pride, they've now lost the Stanley Cup.
Okay. There will be new information for
Okay.
you. The Panthers also brought in, shout out Garney, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Garner Hathaway signed there, but they brought Lars Eller, Sam Lafferty, Johnny Beecher, all on vet min deals. So like they loaded up on the depth and all this.
And like mean depth. It's so funny that they're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna beat the fucking wheels off you.
And
like,
it's just like, it's
Jesus
another one of
Christ.
those things, like 37-year-old Lars Eller. There, I look at the team that he will now be playing with, and I'm like, you're probably going to have a great year.
Yeah.
So, we're going to jump to the Toronto Maple Leafs, and we will get into all of their other moves, of which I've got a couple of these for Toronto, and we'll get into it.
Okay.
But the Maple Leafs signed Sergei Bobrovsky to a 3-year deal by $7 million. My knee-jerk reaction, and something that I posted yesterday, was what happened? Because I believe Bob is 37, turning 38, and he signs a 3x7 in Toronto. They traded for Jacob Markstrom, who is 36, turning 37, who's making, we'll call it 2x6 because he's got 2 years left. And I'm like, 1 year, $1 million difference. You guys couldn't get over that for Bob, to bring Bob back, the goalie who has brought you to three straight Stanley Cups and won 2. I don't believe it. But what we have learned, according to sources, the Panthers offered Bob a 4-year by $6 million contract as well as a 3x7. So they offered him the exact same deal.
Yep.
Neither was acceptable to Bob's camp, so Zito decided to move on and, according to sources, called his bluff.
Yep.
What I believe two things, and this is what we always say: when there is a successful team who had a successful player and has the money to keep said player, when they willingly let them go, I'm always like, they know something we don't, or they just believe something that maybe not everyone else. They're like, we don't need you. I don't believe that happened. This is not a source. This is not.
Yep.
This is just my feelings. I think that Bob's agents fucked him. I think Bob's agents went, like, they offered that, and I think Bob's agents went, Sergey, we are going to get way more than this from other teams. Way fucking more.
Yep.
They are fucking you. They're trying to call the bluff. They're going to sit and they're going to wait and they're going to realize they have to pay up and they will pay up or we'll get it elsewhere. And Bob went, yeah, you're right. And then Zito went like this, I can't wait. Have a Stanley Cup team here and I need a fucking goalie.
Yep.
And he made a trade for Markstrom. And then I think Bob's camp was like, oh, fuck me. They just made a move for a goalie. And then they went and looked around and the only offer they got was exactly what they got for Florida. This to me is what I assume is right now Bob is going, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like when that information comes out that this offer was offered by Florida, we said no because you promised me we could get more, and now I can't get more, and now I'm 38 years old going up to Toronto media. Thanks a lot, dickhead. That is what I believe happened.
Okay, and dude, I will tell you after. I don't want to say who on here, and I wish I should have saved the fucking voice memo. I just listened to it and then it disappears. But so what I was told is minus the agent thing, a lot what you're saying, but it was basically like Bob wanted 6x6, and it was just pinging back and forth, and then Florida. I guess lowballed them, yes, but not in a mean way. In my opinion, they were just like,
bro, 3x7 is.
Yeah.
I'm like,
no, before that.
Okay,
So
because
then,
I'm like, I'm fucking blown away that he's getting offered that, and frankly, I will get into it, but like, I'm looking at the fucking Zuccarello deal, I'm looking at the Ovechkin deal, and I'm like, are you crazy, pal?
Yep. So
you're in Florida. Just take one.
The offer came in that was low. They said no. They're going back and forth, and then Florida came up to 3x7, being like, hey, okay, take this. And then it was, they said Bob, I'm sure it was more like Bob's camp, was quote unquote disrespected by that offer, so said, it's crazy, fuck you. And then I kind of buy everything that you just said. And dude, I guess this is overreaction season, fuck it. I was going to be like, I don't mean to overreact in July. But dude, I just cannot fathom this from either party. This is your classic lose-lose because, dude, think about how fucking good the Florida Panthers have been minus last year. They do not win either of those cups without incredible Bobrovsky performances.
Correct.
Like, think about that team. We, in a BetMGM post, we said the 25 Panthers are the best team in the last 20 years.
Correct.
They lose the cup without Bobrovsky. And dude, I'm as guilty of this as anybody, but the Kemper thing, like in Colorado, he was fucking great in Colorado. So it's not like you can do this. Carter Hart fell apart, and Brandon Bussey was incredible down the stretch. Yeah. If Freddie Anderson stayed in and kept being leaky, they probably would have lost. Like, these good teams, incredible roster builds, lose if you don't have this guy. He's obviously getting older. Who knows what's going to happen, how good he'll stay. But to have the roster that the Panthers have, and dude, I fucking love Jacob Markstrom, the person, and I thought he was going to win cups in Jersey, and that went not well. Yeah. And I think he's a good goalie, and at times has played well enough that I believe he has a proof of concept that I'm like, if you do this during the playoffs, you could win a cup with this team. But what a dice roll when I'm like, how in fuck could you have not just gone, wait, everybody calm down. Like, why didn't someone walk in between the Bob and the Panthers yelling and gone, whoa, stop. I know you're upset and I'm lowballed you, blah, blah, blah. What do you need to live in fucking Miami and just win a cup instead of moving to Toronto in your 40s as a Russian? Like, I literally have no idea what's happening here. This might be the craziest thing, off-season thing I've ever seen. It's like, what cut your nose off to spite your face? That's the expression, right? Like that. This is fucking mental, dude.
Dude, it is. These are the times where I'm like, agents are a problem, because I believe if there was just a simple conversation between two human beings like Sergei Bobrovsky and Bill Zito, they would have figured this out. That I have to believe that. And again, this is all speculation, allegedly. But that is very much what I believe happened, and I can't believe they let that happen.
Same.
Because I just think it is nonsense. Now, Markstrom is coming off a bad year in Jersey. Bob is coming off a really bad year in Florida. But I'm always like, I chalk those up to nothing burgers, because Bob, I mean, man, we saw it in week 2 of the NHL season with Sasha out and Kachuk out. It was like the Panthers aren't making the playoffs this year. And I think a 37-year-old Bob was probably like this, and I'm shutting it down.
Yeah.
Why gas yourself in that season when you know you're not going anywhere? So your numbers are going to be poor. I look at Markstrom, and I think that is a great goaltender. It's actually kind of a homecoming for him. He was once with the Panthers.
Yeah, very cool.
I also think him playing in front of this team, no disrespect to the Devils, I foresee him having a much better season playing in front of this team. So it's like, I think it's a little drastic what you were saying of like they had a cup and now they don't because Markstrom is net. I don't think that's true. I think easily Markstrom could be like this. I'm playing in front of this Panthers team now and I'm nasty. We'll see. But to me, the story here is just like, this is crazy town that you have let this happen.
And we don't have to dig this too hard, but I love it for the Leafs. And dude, the Leafs obviously had a fucking shit show last year, but people forget 2 years ago, I was really high on them. They win the fucking division. They take the Panthers to 7 in the second round, which was
Fugazi 7 in my
still
opinion.
though. Like they took the Panthers
they
to
literally
7.
did do it.
They took the Panthers. That Panthers team played them tougher than any team in the playoffs, and were okay. And now you have Gavin McKenna and you have Bob, and I'm like, dude, the Leafs could be awesome next year, and nothing would make me happier than because man, that goalie situation, I have felt like the Leafs have had pretty good goalies on paper that have just never played that well in playoffs, especially. And even that year, don't forget, because it was Stolarz, right, that was playing, then got hit by Bennett, and then Joe Wall went in. It was that kind of felt like the swing where the goalie play dropped a little bit, and then they lost. And I'm like, dude, if they get playoff Bobrovsky, you're telling me the Leafs can't make a legitimate run? They can.
I just told you. I started this by saying I gave the Leafs this. And, you know, it's been a fucking circus this summer with the Leafs, with Chaika and everything going on. They get the first overall pick. That's amazing. Yes, dude. For me, Bob is, I mean, it's the best goaltending they've had in 10 years.
Yeah.
But the thing we always forget is Bob wins a couple Vezinas, goes to Florida, and completely stops playing.
Yep.
Then, in the fucking dark of night, he, no pun intended, swaps places with Spencer Knight and beats the Boston Bruins and then goes straight to the cup and then becomes...
Wasn't it Lion?
I think it was Lion. Great
but
call.
Spencer Knight was on... He
He
should have
was
been
on
the guy.
that team.
He was like, I think
It
that's
was
when he
Lion,
out.
though. You're right. Good call. Swaps places and then goes to 3 straight cups.
Yeah.
Bob is about to be 38. I believe in
Allegedly.
Bob. I believe in Bob.
Yeah.
We don't know his real age.
Yeah, correct.
So this is the crazy thing. You could literally say this about any team in preseason. Any team. So Leafs fans, don't jump down my throat. There are so many. When I look at the Leafs team on paper, I'm like, this team can go to the cup for sure. But again, it's the on paper thing.
Yeah.
And I do think that there are a lot of question marks. Like, if we get halfway through the season and Bob has like an 8.8 save, 8.89 save percentage, are you going to be shocked? To be honest,
No, but
done. That's all I want from
because I don't care about regular season with him. Like, I still think he could then have a 9-5 in playoffs.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. To round out the Leafs, they sign Colton Sissons to a 2x4.25. We're seeing fourth line players getting like bags now.
Yep.
Shout out Jeff Veal.
Dude, and don't you ever fucking call him a fourth line player.
Why? He's the best fourth line player in the league.
He is. A
Jeff
second
Veal
line.
is fucking a legend. They signed Teddy Bluger to a 2x2.5. They also make a trade for Nick Paul, which is awesome. The Leafs did a lot. They got Bob in net, and Leafs fans are going. And here's the other thing that's crazy: the Leafs are still they are currently over the cap just by a smidge.
Okay.
But they're still talking about trading Morgan Riley. They're still talking about trading Matthew Nyes. Like I don't know what the deal is there, but people look at their top 9, we'll call it, and we see any combination of also Jack Roslovic. Did I say that? They got Jack Roslovic as well, which I kind of the way he's like bounced around when I'm like, this guy can score. Like he did pretty well in Edmonton. They signed him to a 2x4. So the Leafs are now over the cap, just barely, and they're looking at a top 9 of any combination of Nyes, Austin Matthews, Roslovic, Gavin McKenna, Tavares, Nylander, Dakota Joshua, Nick Paul, Easton Cowan. A lot of people are looking at that going, that competes with any team in the league. That is better than a bunch of teams in the league. I look at the Panthers' top 9, and I'm like, no, that does not really compare. I would maybe even look at Carolina's top 9 and go, that doesn't compare. But it is really good if Gavin McKenna has a Macklin Celebrini rookie year, a Connor Bedard rookie year. It also requires Easton Cowan taking a huge jump. Like, I love that player.
Yep.
But Easton Cowan needs to, like, let's check this out for the purposes of the argument. Easton Cowan last year, 66 games, 29 points, 11 goals. I love that from a player. Like, that's like his first really dip into the league. He had, let's call it 30 points in 66, 70 games. Yeah. If the Leafs want to be what everyone's talking about, that 30 points needs to jump to 55, 60 points. I believe it can happen.
Me too.
I really, really do. If this is what, remember when I did this with Edmonton? When they brought in fucking, they brought in Roslovic. They brought in Henrique. They brought in all these guys. And I was like, if.
Yeah.
And then the if did not happen. So that is in my opinion, that is the only thing holding this Leafs team back. And I gave them 2 thumbs up on all these moves. I love the Bobrovsky move. It's like risky, but because now you're paying a goalie $7 million with a no move clause for 3 years, who's 38, it's risky, but it's Bob.
Yeah.
And if he's Bob, you have won.
Yep.
So it's worth the risk. And to me, all of these moves, if you want to say some's an overpayment, some's risky, whatever, it's the moves that you had to make. The biggest thing for me, dude, and we saw it at the draft, the fact that you managed to convince Austin Matthews to stay, that is the biggest win. Mm-hmm. I was certain he was gone. Certain.
Same.
And he's still there. So I'm like, dude, it was risky to bring in Chaika. It was risky to sign Bob. It was risky to sign maybe some of these older guys or some of these fourth-line guys to big contracts. But I'm like, every risk is worth it. Toronto.
Dude, the Leafs are back, bro.
Leafs here.
Dude, the Chaika redemption arc. Chaika is made Icetown in Arizona.
It's unbelievable.
Is Arizona, and now he's going to get a fucking statue in Toronto when he brings them a cup.
Okay, going to keep sticking and moving here. Bowen Byram was traded to the Blackhawks, signs a deal, 6 years, $12.5 million. Bowen Byram is now the highest paid D-man in the NHL. Thoughts?
Dude,
and also, I want to jump in and say, like, I tweeted that and people were like, this for what? Like a couple months? And I'm like, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
We always talk about like that time shit.
Who's about to take it?
Well, there's rumors of like a 3-year extension for Quinn Hughes in Minnesota. That will definitely be higher. When Kale signs his extension, it will be higher. Yeah. But either way, that does not matter to me, and timing does not matter to me. The facts of the matter are, if you are ever the highest paid defenseman forward in the NHL, that automatically means, regardless of timing, you are now in the top X percentage of defensemen in the league. And in this case, you are now, like, you better be at least a top 10 defenseman in the league. And we love Bowen Byram.
Yes, dude, he is the fucking man.
I more just want to talk about the Blackhawks with this move.
Ridiculous contract, in my opinion. And, dude, I'm happy for him because he's the man, and I hope I wish they'd paid him $20 million so he could get as rich as humanly possible.
Dude,
under no circumstances, timing-wise, is Bowen Byram ever the highest paid defenseman in the league.
Dude, what I love about this is agent of the year.
Yeah, correct.
Because you know what is sick? Chicago has fucking $30 million in cap space still. Dude,
yes.
Like, we're looking at the Sharks, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about the floor. This is why they're doing this. The Sharks right now have $14 million cap space. The Blackhawks have double. So it's another one of those situations where I'm like, Chicago, what are we doing here? Yep. Like, let's get some fucking deals going out. They need to hit the floor. This is definitely a huge part of that. But that's why I'm like agent of the year, to get him traded to Chicago, knowing they need to hit the floor, knowing that you need to sign a contract and you are a young, really talented player, you are going to get a fucking bag. And what's so funny about this now, too, is it's just like these things always reset the bar.
Yes, dude.
So, like, so many defensemen that are signing a deal now, they're like this, well, Bowen makes 12.5. And you're like, God.
Yeah, and you're like, what, dude, obviously, like, that is ridiculous. But they go, I don't care. I'm as good as, I'm a 40-point defenseman. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Ridiculous contract, dude. And I'm like, I just cannot believe that.
I fucking absolutely love it. Okay, next up, let's go to quickly for Evan.
Yes.
Penguins. We had a Caden Korzak and Parker Witherspoon flip, 50% retained, and there was a period where the Knights had $8.8 million cap space, and I was like, Dylan Larkin's cap hit is 8.7.
Yeah.
But then the Vegas Golden Knights did some things that we'll talk about. You guys signed Kuzmenko 1/5. Sad to see Kuzi go.
Me too.
But love that move for the Penguins.
I'm excited as a Penguins fan.
Okay. Jumping.
I'm also fired up for Parker. I was texting him after, and I was like, let's fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, I'm Vegas' spot.
He had an awesome year. You guys were pretty bummed, Ev, to lose Parker. He had a great year.
He was. We had more depth scoring than we thought we would have when the season started, and he was a big reason for that. Him and Mantha. So it's a bummer to see him go, and I hope that we can fill that gap. But good for him. He earned it.
All right. Now let's get into the Edmonton Oilers. They bring Babcock in. Crazy shit going on with the Oilers. There's big news there that we will save for the last part. But they re-signed Kapanen to a 1x2.6. Bring in our boy, Matthew Joseph, 1x1. Love that. They grab Ryan Shea, 5 years by $4 million. And then they sign Freddie Anderson, 1x1.
Which I said.
We talked about that.
We talked about Freddie
I
to
said
the
if Freddie doesn't retire and the Oilers don't get him, that would be lunacy.
And they did it. So now we are definitely looking at a Freddie Anderson and Tristan Jarry will tandem, just the way Freddie and Bussy tandem this year. The big question, I think I am now fully on your prediction a while ago of they are going to go wire to wire and win the Pacific.
Yes.
And I 100% think they're going to do that. The massive now question is a year older Freddie in the playoffs, how far can you take him before you go, we have to go to Jarry now? And what will happen?
And, dude, I will tell you exactly what's going to happen. They will start with Freddie. He will have an incredible first round. If they are not fucking morons, they will pull him, even if he's playing great. Even if they first-round sweep, they will pull him in the second round. They will survive the second round with Jarry, maybe into the Western Conference Finals, then go back to Freddie. And then I don't quite know who is winning the cup between the Oilers and the Leafs, but that 7-gamer is going to be incredible because those are the two best teams by miles.
Yep.
And Oilers, and dude, strap in.
I would love
World.
to see Matthews versus
Strap
McDavid.
in Hockey World because it is Oilers Leafs in the cup.
Yep.
And clip this, and then I can dance on your grave.
Yeah.
You want to dance on? You're clipping this to dance on my grave next year. I dance on your grave.
Oilers, Leafs, God, does Canada need that?
Yep.
I mean, fucking
Yeah,
A, dude.
especially after last year's Olympics.
Yep.
Or this year's.
And they got Devon Levi, too. We believe in Devon Levi.
I do.
But it's just great stuff. But the big one is the Oilers did it, dude.
They did it.
They did it, and they found a sucker.
That's mean.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
They found a sucker.
Yep.
They found a sucker. Darnell Nurse is a very good hockey player and an exceptional human being. And unfortunately was just on a contract that was bigger than his output in Edmonton and was the subject to a lot of ridicule from Edmonton fans for way too long. And he needed a change. But the big thing was there is no one that is going to take this full contract for nothing.
Yep.
Well, turns out that Mike Grier did that for them in their own division. A team on the rise against a team trending down.
Yeah, who they're going
as
to, yeah.
the Oilers players admitted, they were like, we are going backwards.
Yep.
The Mike Grier decided to go, I'll take that full contract. The Oilers got Makama Doolin back, who's an RFA. He'll be signing a deal. But all $9.5 million of that contract is now in San Jose. And I actually think Nurse is going, or 9.25, sorry. I think Nurse is going to have a great year in San Jose. I think he's going to fit in amazingly with that group. That's neither here nor there. What is here is that the Edmonton Oilers, for the first time in forever, now have fucking $7.2 million in cap space. And they have a full roster. Like, they have done it, dude. It is so exciting for them. They also, I talked about all those signings that they have. They've got full decor. Let's see what's going on. But, dude, now they have $7.2 mil to play with.
Yep.
At the deadline. Like, that's so different than what they've had in the past. And we'll see how things go with Babs, but holy shit, man. Like, the fact that fucking Greer did that is insane to me. I will never understand it ever in a million years. I actually said to Marty yesterday, I go, here's my spin zone, dude. Greer does that because of this. He goes, here's the deal, Bowman. I'm going to take Nurse and the full contract, no salary retention, under the handshake agreement that if you guys don't win this year, you have to trade me Connor. When Connor's like, I want out, you trade him to me. That's what I think happened here.
That is the only thing that would make this valuable. I'm serious. And dude, it is actually awesome that I guess it's awesome that things can happen this fast. Like, the Oilers were in, man, we completely fumbled it. We sucked this year. We're going to suck even worse next year. And then Connor's gone and Leon's gone. Yeah. And it's all over. And now I'm like, you are the Cup favorites. And dude, we say all the time, the hardest part about the Oilers issue is the goalie, because there's just, goalies are not available. Like, you do not get a good goalie just by like, oh, hey, sick, I got a goalie that I can win a cup with. Yeah. And then this year, the Leafs and the Oilers signed Freddie Anderson and Bob. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, whoa. You both go to the Cup now. Like, in what fucking universe are two Cup caliber goalies available for free agents for no money? And then they just got them both. Yeah. And I was like, oh wow, that was crazy. Yep. And dude, good for them. It's gonna be a fun fucking year, dude.
It's gonna be so fun. I like two teams, Toronto and Edmonton, had so many question marks in this summer. 4 thumbs up. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm blown away, absolutely blown away. Ripping through some quick hitters here, and we're not skipping over teams. There's just a lot going on. I love Philly's moves. Tyson Forster signs an 8x7. Vladar signs a 5x5.5. So fucking fired up for Vladar.
Me too.
That was a great playoff run for him. He's a great goaltender, and that to me is like, they have Joe Wall.
And they have Wall, dude.
Don't
yes,
forget.
Exactly.
But like, Vladar is like, that's your guy. And I really love that. Vladar's only 28. Wall's only 27. But Philly, man, Philly has 29 mil as well. They've got Zegras that they need to sign. He's an RFA. Grabenkin is an RFA. They've also got Drysdale RFA, but like, so much money. And they're very quietly starting to look like Montreal, who we'll get into, where they've got TK at 8.7. Coots is only at 7.7, and what a great year he had. Tippett's at 6.2. Dvorak's at 5.1. Cates is at 4. Forster's now at 7.1. And it's like, I imagine Z will probably be, I would definitely guess under 10. I'm guessing like 8, 8.5 to 9. We'll see. But it's just great management. Mm-hmm. And like, all of a sudden, when Werenski was being talked about, Philly was getting brought, and I like the fact that Philly's getting brought up now for like stars. Yeah. It's like Philly made the playoffs. They won a playoff round. Like, it's a very exciting team all of a sudden. And I think that's fucking awesome for Philly, which is great. Zellweger, who was traded to Buffalo, signs a 3x3. We love that for him. Montreal, just mentioned them. They signed Demidov 8x9.1.
Great number.
Nothing to say other than phenomenal number.
Dude, what is up with the 8s?
I don't even want to talk about it.
Like, literally, I don't understand.
We were told that no longer can 8-year deals happen, but they still can for certain situations. I don't understand it, but whatever.
Great number.
But that is a great number for Montreal, dude. Like, again, we're stroking off everyone right now. I love a good stroke off. Yeah. Everyone's just getting stroked off. They have 14 mil in cap space, Chris. Mm-hmm. And again, you look through that team. Suzuki till 2030 at 7.8. That's fucking insane. Caulfield at 7.85 until 2031. Slav 7.6 until 2033. Now you've got Demidov 9.15 until 2035. Like, everyone is under 10 on this team. Even Dobson's 9.5, Hudson's 8.85, Matheson 6. It's just unbelievable. Yep. Unbelievable work by them. They've got a few RFAs that they need to handle. We've got the Liney situation. There's no way he's going back there, I don't think. But like 14.2 in like, they are fucking Kent Hughes, man. Absolute fucking wetbag. What they are doing, it's fucking amazing. Let's go to the LA Kings. LA Kings made a bunch of moves, some classic Ken Hall and shit. But like the boys are old, and I love it. I said I'm available.
Yeah.
I'll bring that number down. They go out and they bring Eric Holla in at 2.3.6. I love that move because Holla has been like so. I mean, dude, he got flipped to Jersey from Boston, did well there, was great in Nashville. And now here he comes, and he's going to be with Fiala.
Yeah,
and
that's
I think
cool.
I think that's really great.
Me too.
I think Holla is like, we talk about like Holla is a Swiss Army knife guy. He can play center. He can play wing. The Kings absolutely need some depth in center. That is huge. So they bring him in. They bring in Eric Gustafsson on a 1-by-1. That's just like more depth on the blue line. We'll see maybe a trade there. Like I look at that blue line, and I'm like, with guys like Cease and Dumo and now Gustafsson, I'm kind of like, what's happening here? So maybe a trade's coming. They bring in Mats Zuccarello on a 1-by-1 with a big bonus, which we're going to explain in a second. They bring Corey Perry back, 1-by-1 fucking
so
pairs
much.
back. And then the one I'm most fired about, Lotz. Scott Lawton back, 3x3.5, also massive for the center situation.
The belly roll stays.
Listen, a lot of older guys for the Kings, but I am kind of like, you know what? Kings have 1.8, so you got to imagine some trades are going on here, but just a lot of good depth on like 1-year deals, and I think you could see like a lot. Again, we'll see if we see a trade with the Dumoulin or the CC deal. Those guys have modified trade clauses, but you're kind of like, okay, something might be happening here. Either way, they're good depth moves. Like those some of those might turn into you're playing well at the deadline. Maybe they're flipped for something. Who knows? But some pretty good work. Nothing flashy there by the Kings, but a lot of good dudes brought in too.
Yes.
Would you like to see?
Culture survives.
I am going to jump to the Washington Capitals.
Okay.
Because that Zuccarello deal is similar to something going on with the Caps. Big moves for the Caps. Boone Jenner signs 4x5.75. That was a get that they definitely really wanted. Vinny Desharnais signs a 4x4.2. Little rich for me. Little rich, but I still like the move. Washington, the big one was they needed to see if and also they made that Kyrou trade. We talked about that. And Tuck. They got Tuck, they got Kyrou. They make those moves, and then Ovechkin signs, comes back on a $1 million base with incentives that gets him to 4.25 for his cap hit. People asking a lot of questions about how this shit works because Zuccarello also has a player incentive bonus, but his cap hit is only $1 million. So here's the explanation. In the NHL, if you are 35 years or older by June 30th and you sign a 1-year deal, you can get massive player incentive bonuses that don't hit your cap hit. Now, the difference is signed a $1 million deal with a $3.25 million signing bonus, which makes his salary cap hit the 4.25. Yep. He is also getting incentives, but the signing bonus is why his AAV is that high.
And what are the incentives?
10 games. He plays 10.
And how much, though?
His is only I think 500K.
Okay, yeah.
Zuccarello has a base of 1 million and 0 signing bonus, which is why his AAV cap hit is 1 mil. But his player performance bonus is up to 5.5 million, including 5 million for 10 games played. So when Zuccarello plays 10 games for the Kings, he gets $5 million.
Yeah.
Bang. It's an awesome cap circumvention move, and again, it only works for players of this age. But that is the major difference.
And I wanted to bring this up because it was like Ovechkin gets $1 million in salary.
Yeah.
4.75 million if he plays 10 games.
Yeah.
An extra 4.75 million. And then 3.25 signing bonus. So I think it's like not 500K more. I think it's 4.75 more.
Amazing.
No, it's amazing. Which is just I only brought it up because remember last time I was like this. I promise you, Ovechkin is taking a 1/9.
Yeah,
and then He did. Just they did
They
it perfectly.
finagled the
yeah,
numbers.
yeah, exactly.
They finagled it perfectly.
Do they tax the bonuses at a higher rate though? Like, because I know when I used to get work bonuses at another company, they would like you get a bonus, but it was like almost 50% taxed.
Probably.
So it's like still kind of like the
Yeah,
salary
that's
is the
great
one
call.
that's taxed
Probably.
less.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? But
It's a lot of money. Either way, he's doing fine.
it is a lot of money. So Caps in a good space. O comes back. That's great. And pretty exciting times for the Caps with Tuck, with Kyrou. Like, I'm excited to see what this team looks like. The jump Leonard takes and shit like that.
Yeah.
So good stuff. Stop what you're doing right now and check all this stuff out. We just dropped amazing new summer merch. They're some of the coolest hoodies that we have ever made. Put a ton of effort and time into designing these, and I am so fired up about all of them. We've got an amazing combination, 4 brand new hoodies. We've got blue, we've got cream, we've got emerald green. They look so amazing. These are super high quality hoodies. They feel fantastic. They've got a ton of room. The designs are unbelievable. We worked on it with our merch team for months. Wanted to have a great summer launch for all of you. The banner's up right now. If you want to check it out, go to our store, go to emptynetters.shop. Check out everything. They are truly amazing. These are unbelievable, high quality hoodies that you are going to have forever. They're stylish. You can wear them out to the bars, wear them on nice, cool summer nights, and then obviously into fall and winter, they're going to be your best friend. I'm telling you, I mean this when I say it. This is my favorite stuff that we have ever made. Check them all out here. They're on our Instagram. The links are everywhere. Snag yours today. All 4 options are amazing. If you want me to be honest, I love the green one. That is my favorite. We got the little Zamboni driver right on the wrist there. It's Loop. Loop's driving the Zamboni. It's incredible. Check it all out right here. Go to emptynetters.shop. Snag yourself a new hoodie before they sell out. These things are amazing. We love you guys. Now back to the show. Let's jump back into the Sharks. The Sharks do the Darnell Nurse move. They also signed Jacob Trouba to a 4 by $8.25 million deal. I was shocked by that.
Yeah.
No, nothing against Trouba. I was just like,
Really? Look at the guys making 8.5.
He's 32. I was really impressed that it was that high. Again, Sharks have a floor situation. Trouba is a very good, in my opinion, a very good defensive guy, adds a lot of toughness. We know about the Trouba train. They need D. They signed Kesselring to a 4.5 after that trade. Obviously, they have all of these amazing young guys. Stenberg coming in is fantastic. But they also signed Mason Marchment to a 5-year by $6.75 million deal. They got Kiefer Sherwood at, I believe, 5 years as well, $5.75 million deal. The big thing with the Sharks, with all of their young players, they have too many forwards, in my opinion. So I'm curious about a trade here. And then I also am curious about this question. When you have this many draft picks that you've used, and frankly, in my opinion, you've drafted really, really well. Yeah. Everyone in the Shark Tank is so excited. When Stenberg and Verhoff were drafted and Lynn were drafted, we talked about it last episode. People are like, holy shit, man, the future in San Jose is out of control exciting. You're also getting Couture's $8 million off the books after this year, and like that's enough. Like, that's amazing. Yeah. But as we've said, they have Askarov that they're going to have to pay after next year if he continues to progress like we think he will. Again, he's only 24. Like, that's going to be a fucking 8-year deal. Yeah. You are also paying you're paying Celebrini and Will Smith probably this year. You'll give them extension, but that's going to, so you have all these big payments that you're going to have to make. You have $14 million cap space right now. That's amazing. Again, you're getting that $8 million off for Couture. When you are in this situation and you need to hit the floor, yes, you do need to pay players. You got to get to the cap floor. But I'm always like, you got to be careful when you're in this situation. When you have, if you do think these young guys are going to progress the way you're going to progress, you can't pay too much to some of these older guys. You can obviously trade eventually, which you probably will. But, like, you got Marchment at 31. You've got Sherwood at 31. You've got Nurse at 31. Trouba at 32. That you now have, like, Nurse has a fucking full no move, dude. Like, it's, he's probably not going to waive again. Yeah. So it's always just like, we are now running into has Greer been fucking killing it, or has Greer been really lucky? because like you got kind of lucky with the second overall pick this year.
Oh my
You
God.
just missed the playoffs. And you get that second pick and you get fucking Stenberg. So it's like I start to wonder sometimes. I'm like, be careful with some of these contracts. That's nothing against these players. I think they're going to have a really fun roster this year. But you got to be careful. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, especially if you, and I don't know what you think, because they were so close this last year.
Yeah.
I forget who we were. Oh, it was maybe with you, Ev. But somebody was like, Sharks are in win now. And you were like, not yet. And I think they should feel like they should make playoffs this coming year. But
100%.
But if they don't, I still don't think they care yet, because I don't think they're winning the cup yet. You know, even if they make it. So I'm with you, dude. If you don't think, and maybe they do think Nurse and Trouba are long-term answers, for example, but if you don't, which I don't, then you need to go, Trouba, I will give you 1 year by 12 to get my floor and whatever, but then it's gone. Like, these need to be expiring so we can actually do something, because I'm with you, dude. Like, now all of a sudden I go, oh, all these RFAs are coming up, and now I'm like, fuck, I have 2 more years of Trouba? I shouldn't have paid him that much, or whatever. I'm just pulling a name, but I'm just saying this term needs to be way less.
That was my thought process. I agree. But again, it's like with these players, like Marchment's probably not signing a 2-year deal.
Agree, but that's why I go, he's signing a 2 by 12, and he's like, oh.
Do you think?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think so, dude.
Some of them aren't, but someone will. Like, I can get someone to go, dude, I will grossly overpay you for 2 years if you just take the money and then fuck off.
I think guys just want term, though. Like, it's, you know, even if you match the overall number, I think guys are like, I'd rather be getting that over 5 years than 2.
Me too. But
which is why it gets sketchy, right? Because if you go, here's 2 by 12, and Marchment gets 4 by 6, he's like, I'm going to take that. And then you miss out on the player. And now you're like, well, you got to pay someone. And now you're like, well, now you're paying a worse player. Mm-hmm. And now you are on a worse track than you were.
Yeah. Yeah, tricky one. Mm-hmm.
It's super tricky. So I'm just saying, be careful.
Yep.
Another team, dude, maybe surprisingly, big thumbs up for me, is the New York Rangers. They make a Trocheck trade to the Mammoth, and they get Dursey.
Durs is dope.
I love that pickup for them.
Yep.
Love that pickup. They signed Oliver Bjorkstrand, who I think is going to be good, and then the big one for me was getting Marcus Pettersson.
Yep.
I think Marcus Pettersson is such a good player. And now, dude, all of a sudden, the Rangers defense, dude, they got Foxy, they got Gavi, they've got Dursey, and they've got Pettersson. And I'm like, that is a great top 4.
Yeah.
A great top 4. I think Dursey and Pettersson playing together, and then you got Foxy and Gavi together, that's a fucking really, really solid top 4 for the Rangers. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you go out, you make the big move for Dorofeyev, you get Bjorkstrand, who's going to be a really good role player, and I'm like, fucking okay, Rangers. They've got 7.9 in cap space.
Yep.
We might get a situation where Zibanejad gets moved. I don't know if they're making the playoffs, but all of those moves, big thumbs up for me.
I agree. Great moves. I'm with you. I still don't think they're that great, but I'm like, good job. This is how we build. This is how we chip away. Vinny, I thought Vinny would only play East.
I was a little surprised by that
I'm not going West, and they're like, okay, you're on the Mammoth. He's like, okay,
but I mean, like, pretty psyched to be.
Oh yeah,
there.
I'm pumped for him.
You're playing with Kells now.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's really cool. And jumping into the Mammoth, they obviously make that trade. They also signed Anders Lee 3 by 5.4. Lee said it was like a brutal decision not to sign with Minnesota. I think Minnesota's a little bummed right now because they miss on, or they lose Zuccarello. They miss on Anders Lee. People kind of wanted that bring in, and the big one right now is, the Dursey loss. I'm a little bummed about for them, but Mammoth, those are 2 good ads for them too. We that was so fun last year, them jumping into playoffs. So good job, Mammoth.
Yeah.
Detroit signs Arvidsson 2 by 5. Love it. Arvidsson had an unbelievable year with Boston.
Should have got more. I'm actually shocked how low that number was.
Yeah,
that came in
I hear
and
you.
I was
actually.
like, what?
Yeah.
dude. Like, I'm looking at what other people are getting, and I'm like, excuse me, dude.
Yep.
He should have got way more money.
Detroit, I just like, it sounds like Kane's going to sign with Buffalo. We'll get into the Larkin situation, but like, just brutal days for Detroit.
Yeah.
Like, you going into this season, you kind of had to, or this offseason, before the Larkin news, you were like, this is it. This is the last year. We have to go balls to the fucking wall. And now you're about to lose Larkin. You've lost Kane. You bring in, honestly, I think there's an argument, especially with the past years, like, is there an argument that Arvidsson's a step up from Kane? I think yes. There is.
God, he was awesome.
It's just like tough sledding. Okay, last couple bits here. Tampa. I did not really understand the Nick Paul move. I just love Nick Paul, especially on that team. But after Carolina does the UFA trade for John Carlson's rights, they don't land him. John Carlson signs 2 by 8.5 with Tampa. Makes total sense. Respectfully, if you're Tampa, you go, we replaced Darren Radish with John Carlson. I think that's an upgrade.
Yep. And what is Radish getting the same thing?
I believe 8.
He was getting 8. Okay.
It might be 8.5. I believe it was 8, though. Let me just look real quick. It is 8.5. Exact same deal.
Okay, yeah.
Exact same deal. Obviously, Radish is way younger, 6 years younger. But as we looked at the numbers last year, John Carlson is still a top D man.
Just watching him, dude.
And you want to talk about a fucking power play quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, if you thought that Radish was as valuable as he was, John Carlson can do that, especially for 2 years. I love that move for them. I'm still a little. I just don't really know what's going on with Tampa.
Same, but they must have been really confident about this. And I would love to hear, no one's tampering, but I would love to hear they gave up Now, I'm quite sure they gave up Radish because they were like, we are getting John Carlson because he said he doesn't want to play on the West Coast, so he's definitely coming back. And
Makes you think, man.
We are getting him.
Makes
and then Carolina goes, we are trading. And it was only a 6-rounder, but we traded a pick for the rights to talk to you a few days earlier. I wonder if Tampa was like, oh, shit, are we fucked? And Carlson was like, no. Obviously, it wasn't my choice. Like, congratulations.
That's one of those things. Like, I hope no Carolina fans are upset about that. It's like, dude, GMs are starting to understand, no disrespect to anyone who's become a great player, but 6-round pick is fucking worthless.
Yeah.
So it's like, that is absolutely worth the price of try to convince him.
And I would love to hear that conversation, eh? Like, what did they say? They were like, dude, we just won the cup. Stay here. We're East Coast too. And he was like, no.
Yeah. I mean, I bet.
Like, why? Why didn't he go to Carolina?
I bet it was pretty I bet he was like this. I'd rather be in Tampa Bay.
Yeah. And
that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, that is fine. Yep. And frankly, I bet people in Raleigh are like this. Yeah, that's
okay.
I get it. Like,
Yep.
Go hang on the beach. And then Vegas, Lausanne signs a 6 by 4, and Rasmus Anderson signs a 7.8.5. I'm going to be honest. I think that Anderson deal, he just didn't play that well after the trade. You literally had to do that after what you traded.
Correct.
You said that like during the Cup.
Yeah.
Like so many people were like, geez, like his number is dropping. But we were kind of like, I don't know if it is, dude.
Because what are you going to do? You trade all that and then
you traded so much for him. You're not getting Petro back. Like, you kind of have to do it.
And they love him too. Like, you just hope he bounces back, which I think he can.
The question is, Vegas is currently $8.6 million over the cap. Now, we're going to see the Petro LTIR again is going to change that. And then we are under the suspicion that Stoney might be on preseason LTIR.
How much is that?
9.5. Yeah. Do you think Dylan Larkin is still in the cards?
Dude,
Dorofeev's gone.
You had these, like, let's talk about
it. So our last topic, this is where we go to, is the remaining what the fucks is what I call it.
Yep.
Actually, let's quickly talk about Werenski.
Oh, well, let's end with that one.
Okay, fine.
Larkin, I am with you, dude, because, and I actually saw, I don't know if you saw this, there was an article on NHL.com that said Steve Yzerman goes, dude, and you said this, but we just got confirmation. There's no guarantee I'm trading Dylan. Yeah. I heard his request, I heard his teams, and I'm trying, but I'm not going to just give Dylan Larkin away for fucking free. So there's there was a stretch where I said, no matter what, he's gone, because it is just so awkward and weird. I mean, it's like the Jaylen Brown thing. It's so, you're like, you can't be here. It's going to fucking torpedo the locker room. Dylan's a professional. He will play as hard as he fucking possibly can and win for that city if he's there. But I don't want to be here. You don't want me here anymore. Let's leave. So I was positive he's getting traded. I'm still pretty sure they're going to get something done, but now I'm only 75%. Like, there's a 25% chance in my brain where he's just a Red Wing.
Yeah, they might be separated without the divorce.
Yeah,
which is terrible.
Awful.
Yeah, it's terrible. And it's like, to me, Florida is off the board.
Gone.
There's just no chance they're doing a Florida deal. I think personally Tampa is off the board if it was ever on. I don't know what Tampa could give up that they'd be willing to give up based on what Stevie is saying. Minnesota is still in the mix as far as I'm concerned because they haven't done much. You wonder if they are like, we haven't done much because we're going to make that work. I think Minnesota is probably my number one landing spot.
It was like my 3 at first.
Vegas was my lock one.
Same.
And now, after the Anderson deal, I am really not so sure. There's just a lot that they need to do. They don't have that many picks. To me, it's like Larkin is going to have to way open up his potential spots. I've said before, it's never been on the radar at all. I don't get why Boston is there.
Agree. Dude.
I don't get why Boston is there. McAvoy's there. Swayman is there. They love fucking American players in Boston. They have a need at center, and I think Boston has picks. They have Zaka. They have Dean Letourneau. They have – I don't think you give up Hagens for Larkin, but if it's not that much other than that, to me, I think Detroit gets a good return, and Dylan Larkin is in a very good spot. Awesome. I am like, I can't believe that Boston isn't kicking tires. And I'm frankly like, all Boston did, they did the JJ Peterka trade. We talked about that. They brought back Connor Clifton. I actually love that move.
Yeah, me too.
Really love that move. Cliffy had his like old Boston shirt on instantly when he did a quick little hit, which was fucking sick. But I can't believe that's not in there. I look at Anaheim, who I can't believe what Anaheim is doing. Yeah. Like, Anaheim losing everything they've lost. Like, they trade McTavish, Truba's gone, Gudas is gone, Carlson is gone, Zellweger is gone, and I'm like, what are you doing, Anaheim?
Anaheim and the Sharks have been...
Anaheim not jumping in the mix here. Maybe they are, but it's like Anaheim, Boston, I still think Carolina.
Yeah.
But I think Larkin is going to need to give way more options if he wants this done sooner than later. And we are in July. It's July 2nd, and we talk about all the time, dude, if you have formally made this trade request, you want it to happen just as bad as everyone else, because it's like, dude, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah, it sucks.
And for me, when you've made this type of request, and like now we'll get into the Werenski stuff, it's like you can't – Werenski didn't really formally make a request. So him doing what he did, which we'll get into, is a little different. Like, this was a formal request. I don't think Dylan can go back.
No, it's terrible. Dude.
So it's like you have to make a trade. So this is the situation. I respect the shit out of Stevie being like this. Dude, I will try to do something here, but I am not getting fucking fleeced. And when all you've done as Detroit is go get Arvidsson, it's not like you've bolstered the situation where Dylan's kind of like, well, maybe I'll stay.
Yeah.
People were making jokes like, should fucking Detroit make a trade for Werenski? And be like, stay. You guys are best friends. Fucking stay. So it's also one where I'm like, Dylan, put fucking Columbus on your list. Like, go play with Zach there. Like, if Zach's like, I'm staying forever, go stay there. But like, they don't have a goalie. Like, there's just a lot in this situation. But I think a big thing is, I am the world's biggest Dylan Larkin fan. I want him to be happy. I think he is unbelievable. But I do think he needs to to grow the list. There's so many great options for you.
Yeah.
Grow the list so everyone can be happy. Super quick on Hellebuck. I'm just curious there. The list is now dwindling. I think right now for me it's Buffalo, Carolina, and New Jersey. I think those are the only three teams.
Right.
Buffalo, Carolina, Jersey. I think Jersey is there. There are some Jersey media people who are awesome out there who I think I was like that. I'm hearing that's getting steam, and I am hearing that. some Jersey awesome people were like this. Nope, it's not. There's no steam there, and we'll see.
Yep.
I think it would be insane if that's not something Jersey is trying to pull off right now. Because would you agree, the Devils are not a team who can afford to miss playoffs again?
Yes, and because it will cost you one, if not two, Hughes brothers.
The Devils are like they've got everyone. Everyone signed, and currently they have Nico Daws and Jake Allen. Nico Daws is not your starting goaltender for next season. So for me, if the New Jersey Devils, with what they did with moving Nemec and getting those picks, if you do not make a move for Connor Hellebuck or for, at the very least, Aiden Hill, I have no idea what you're doing this season.
Yeah.
So that one is big on the list, but I think Carolina and Buffalo absolutely are too. The Zach Werenski thing is the funniest thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life.
Dude, it is so crazy.
Did you see what they tweeted?
No.
Their admin tweeted, it was like, everyone look right here, and it was the Men in Black neuralizer thing.
That's hilarious.
What do you think happened?
Well, here's what I had said to you before. You were like, why is it after the draft? And I was like, agree. Or you were saying it should be before the draft because you should be like, yo, use the pick, like trade me and picks or something, like we'll figure this out. And I was like, well, maybe it's after the draft because he's going, let's see what happens. Or I just want to see the plan. Like, what are we taking? What's going on? Now, granted, it's not like they were picking top 3 and now you can go, look who I'm getting or whatever.
Yeah.
So it all was kind of stupid. The whole argument, my whole argument was kind of stupid anyway. But I don't really have a thought as to what happened, but I think it is crazy in a way, or put it this way. Sorry, I'm dancing around this. I just don't think he was ever saying anything but get me out of here. Like, that conversation was nothing other than I don't want to play here. So you're right. There was no Elliot Friedman tweet that it was a formal trade request, but it was a formal trade request. Like, he was going, get me the fuck out of here. And now he's going, I'm here forever. And I have no idea why.
I completely disagree.
Okay.
I think the statement was actually done really well. And so I'll read it. This is a statement from Zach. It said, Don and I had a very open and honest dialogue since the season ended. Ideally, this wouldn't have become such a public thing, but that is the world we live in. Jesus Christ. Sorry, this is so small. Are my eyes getting worse?
Welcome to age.
Don and I have had a very open and honest dialogue since the season ended. Ideally, this wouldn't have become such a public thing, but that is the world we live in now, and everything got blown out of proportion, in my opinion. I want to win, and I want to do that in Columbus. I think that is true. As I've thought about things and discussed everything with my wife and family, we want to be in Columbus. It has always been my home. It has been my home for the past 10 years, and I have always been proud to be a Blue Jacket. We have the best fans in the NHL. I love my teammates and coaches, and I'm looking forward to doing everything I can to get us back in the playoffs to compete for a Stanley Cup. Don and I are completely aligned on that, and I'm excited about what's to come with our team. I think, and tons of, I wanted to shout out some people on Twitter who said some awesome things, but I can't find them. I think I'm literally looking through the messages. I just can't find them. This person, shout out Sarah. She said something awesome. I don't think that there was a real demand. I think that with like all of these players moving, Zach just won a World Cup, just won an Olympic gold medal. I think Z was like, is there something else out there? And I think he hit up Don and was like, hey, dude, I would just love to have a conversation. I think that gets out, whether it be his agent doing fucking agent things. And all of a sudden we hear that news they're going to talk after the draft. Then people are like, how do you wait till after the draft? So then it's just people like us, Chicklets, everybody are doing the like, okay, where could he possibly go?
Yep.
And I think he's absolutely right. It just got blown out of proportion.
Yep.
And when he's like, sadly, that's the world we live in. I don't think he ever even made close to a formal demand. I think he was like, hey, Don, should we have a conversation? And I bet Don was like, yeah, let's, like, if you want to do that, let's do it. But then it turns into the like, all of these offers are getting sent to Don and he's being like, fuck me. Do I have to take one of these before the draft? And I think it did just get blown out of proportion. And then they finally talked, and he was like, you know what, dude, fuck this. I love it here. I want to stay here.
Yeah, it's like when you look in the fridge and you're not really hungry.
Yeah.
You're sort of like, and then your mom's like, do you want a sandwich? I'm like, no.
No,
Like, no, do you want a sandwich? I'll make you a sandwich. No, I just wouldn't look in the fridge because I'm bored.
Yeah.
I have two things to say. It was perfect. That was perfect.
Perfect.
I have two things to say. One is a request and one is my opinion. My opinion is this. Or I guess a commentary, I guess what I should say. Matthew Tkachuk, even before Brady, I'm just trying to think of a good team. Matthew Tkachuk isn't going, hey, Bill, can we have a conversation? Because the Panthers are good, and he is not worried about them sucking and his life.
Yeah.
You're right. I shouldn't have said I think Zach was going, get me the fuck out of here. But he was going, can I have a conversation? Because he goes, hey, dude, we blow, and there's no path forward for us to not blow, which is correct. So my commentary is there is a situation there where he's going, dude, what's going on here? Because I want to win, and we are not winning, and we are not going to be winning anytime soon. We don't have a goalie. We don't have anything. I'm playing incredible. Like no one has conversations unless things aren't good.
Well, yeah, but you're absolutely right. But I think it's no secret that things aren't good there.
Yeah. But it's just you fair.
But they went on that heater at the end of the season. Remember?
I know.
I mean, they were like almost.
But they did that 2 years ago too. You know, and it's like they're just.
Third time's a charm.
You don't have it.
The thing that sucks about this is I stand with Z.
10 toes.
I stand with Z. I believe everything he said.
Me too. But can I say my now?
No,
request?
because I'm still going.
Well, I said I had two things.
Fuck, he did say that. Shit!
My request, my genuine request to the NHL public and especially Blue Jacket fans, and you are going to fucking appreciate this because I also stand with Z. In 2 years, what does he have in his contract?
Z?
Yeah.
2 years left.
Okay.
9.5.
Well, maybe this is going to be slightly awkward then. But my point is, in whatever amount of time, even if he signs an extension, when the Blue Jackets continue to stink, and then he goes, please trade me, you do not get to go, you said you wanted to win here. You said you loved Columbus.
I don't think they will.
Which is what's happening to Dylan Larkin. You are allowed to go, this is my team. I'm proud to be a Blue Jacket. I want to win here. And then when they don't win, you get to go, I would like to leave, please. Yeah. So please be kind to him when you still stink and then he wants to leave.
That's a great formal request, and I second it. I don't think Blue Jackets fans will feel that way at all. I think it's a little different than Dylan. But you're right, man. The facts of the matter are this. He has 2 years left. He's 28. Mm-hmm. Frankly, Chris, I wouldn't even be surprised if this year goes poorly and they miss playoffs, if just next year they go, you know what, dude? Yeah, let's get you gone. Let's get something going here. Because it's similar to Detroit, where I go, I look at this team. We love that Charlie Coyle deal. But 34-year-old Charlie Coyle signing a 6-year deal, 5-year deal, it's another one where I'm like, okay, I think Charlie's one of the best third-line centers in the league. You go and get Val Nichushkin. What's that going to look like? I don't know. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it's like, you need Fance needs to take a jump. I think he will. Yep. We love Adam Fantilli. I think he's unbelievable. Cole Sillinger needs to take a jump. Both of those guys need to get signed. They have $21 million cap space. I bet Fance signs probably similar, if not probably similar to whatever Trevor Zegras signs. Mm-hmm. They've got good defense. Their goaltending is tough, man. You're gonna get an offer to Jet Greaves, but is Jet Greaves your starting goaltender? I don't think so. Merzlikins is not. He is at 5.4. So it's they need to go and get Aiden Hill. They need to go do the way that Kosa was traded for. Find one of these great goaltenders. If the Bruins didn't just trade Korpisalo, which by the way was a great trade by them, mm-hmm. and now seems absolute that Michael DiPietro is going to be your backup and tandem goaltender with Jeremy Swayman, that's a guy that you need to go get. But Columbus, you've got a new shot with Zach here. You've got to do stuff. Mm-hmm. because it's just, to me, it's like you have one more year.
Yeah, correct.
That's, I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. Like, Z makes that statement. He might be like this, yeah, dude, and next year I'm going to sign another fucking 8-year deal and I'm going to die here.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Dude, it's the heart of everything, Evan.
Yeah.
He's in Ohio. Why would he leave?
Heart of it all.
Heart of it
all.
all.
Heart of it all.
Heart of it all.
Yeah,
And
well-
maybe he retires there.
You know what's funny is that you said, "Hey, Dylan Larkin, try going to Columbus," and I'm like, "That's almost the same as Detroit."
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like
But at
what
least he's with
it's
his
like
buddy.
what we were saying when we went on the Brady Kachuk rant thing. When Z says this, Don, ownership, it is now your job. It is your part of the bargain to do everything you can to make life great for these players and to bring people in and try to win a cup. Yep. All right. That's all the crazy news there. Let's take an ad break and let's get into some fun, silly stuff. The World Cup is going on, and it is the most fun thing I have ever seen. It is literally healing the relationship with the United States and the entire world. It's nothing but positive, good, happy vibes, kindness. It's everything that I believe in, everything I dream of. It's fantastic, and BetMGM is making it all even better. So let's make this tournament one to remember with BetMGM's 2-up early payout. Just place a pregame match result on any World Cup match, and if your team goes up by 2 goals at any point, your bet is paid out as a win. That's ridiculous. That's right. You get to keep those winnings no matter what happens next. This offer is available every single match, so make sure to get in on the action. And if you haven't signed up yet for BetMGM, I don't know what you're doing. If you're a Netters fan, you better be signed up for BetMGM. And you can use bonus code Netters, Netters, and you will get up to $1,500 in new player offer on your first wager. It's unbelievable. BetMGM is the way to go. Make it legendary. All right, it's time for some summer shenanigans. We are going to get into what we're calling Fraud Watch and Top Hits. This is where each of us are going to be able to go around. We're going to get to pick something that is on our Fraud Watch. Can be anything, can be topical news, can be just a hot take, but it's something that you're putting on the Fraud Watch. We've talked about Fraud Watch on this show.
Oh, yeah.
Something that you're like, I think this might be on Fraud Watch. And then our Top Hits are going to be things we're fired up about, things that we think are awesome. I think we should start with Fraud Watch.
Great.
Evan, you said you had a lot.
Dude.
So I want you to
I was
start.
salivating.
Fraud
I'm an angry man yelling at clouds. But yeah, I'm gonna pick one. Jeff Bridges, you're on Fraud Watch.
Holy shit, dude.
What the fuck?
Sorry, you're on Fraud Watch, buddy.
Well, you went to a person.
I love Jeff Bridges. I'm gonna go on the record. I love Jeff Bridges. He's a great actor. He's been in a lot of great movies. But he was on Theo Vaughn's podcast, and he's all like, "Hey man, you hear about this thing called Suno?" And he's like talking about how he's making songs with Suno, and I'm like, you can't sit here, and this is not just for Jeff Bridges, this is for anybody. I'm like, if you sit here and go like, I made a song with Suno, it's like, no, you didn't make a song. You literally typed 3 things, and then the fucking computer made you a song. And it's very ironic coming from a guy who played a fucking country star in Crazy Heart, music by T-Bone Burnett. If anybody, and he's like on there going like, yeah, like the guys in Nashville, like they don't even have to pay money for musicians, man. You can just do it on a computer, man. And I'm like,
That's pretty good.
Pretty awesome impression of Jeff
sorry.
Bridges.
Yeah, well, it's easy to do. You just got to make your tongue kind of like big in the back of your throat, man, you know? And again, I love Jeff Bridges. I think he's great, but it's like, dude.
He also won an Oscar for Crazy.
Yeah,
Heart.
I know. And like your fucking union went on a picket line against AI taking over art, and you're sitting here going like, you got to get on. Are you hip to Suno? And I'm like, dude.
So Suno's just AI
I
for
just
music?
looked this up.
It's
Yeah,
AI music,
It's
yeah.
AI music. So
Anybody that's like, I made a painting or I did a song, and you did it with all with AI. It's like, no, you didn't.
And what do you type in to Suno?
I think you just type like, I want to make a country song, and I want it to be about dogs and cats getting along, and then it like does, and you could be like, I want it to be kind of fast, like. It's like this, and then there's people online that are like, yeah, but there's like you have to use your creativity to have the concept, but like that doesn't matter. Anybody, like, imagine if Christopher Nolan just stopped at like, I want to make a movie about the Odyssey, and that's where it ended.
Yeah.
20 years ago, that's just called a lazy dreamer.
Yeah.
So all these motherfuckers who like just should be lazy dreamers are like, now I'm an artist, quote unquote. It's like, to put it in sports terms, it's like what's the difference between Connor McDavid and you going on an NHL video game and playing as Connor McDavid and be like, I'm as good as Connor McDavid
Yeah,
is.
look, I'm
like,
doing
no, you're not.
Yep.
You had a virtual reality version of Connor McDavid that played well. That's
Are we
not you.
fucked, dude?
Well, that's what people keep saying. There's like online, it's always like some guy makes a fan-made video of like, check out this AI video I made with Suno of like Darth Vader fighting Jason Voorhees. And he's like, the fucking film business is so cooked, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. Does anybody really want to watch that? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm an old man at this point.
No, dude.
but-
Well, so I'm probably biased about this, but I think music is more fucked than film because I agree with you. I see that shit and I'm like, I don't care. But music, I mean, there are jokes, dude, that pops like it's like G, C, D, congratulations, E minor, congratulations, start a band.
Right.
You know, because it's like, okay, dude, all you have to do is every song is the same song.
Right.
You just play the same pop hits. There's the same paint
there's,
by numbers
There's
formula.
only 12 fucking notes. There's
Yeah.
only a certain amount of chord arrangements. Like, I just think that, like, in general, my view on art is it's how people communicate with each other, how we sow empathy with each other, how we communicate an idea of how we feel. And if you remove people from that process, then what's the fucking point? It's like, I just don't see the point of it. Like, it's fun as like a toy to play with, but like, don't present it as like, here's a thing that I made. It's like, you didn't fucking make it.
Yeah, it's not art. It's but it is entertainment. It remains entertainment because like I can listen to a Suno thing and be like, that's fun. That's a pop
It is
song.
going to suck ass when we hear the first bop that's made by Suno.
Dude, I'm sure there are plenty. Do you think there'll be? Do you think when it's the whole planet is fully robots, will they have like Grammys and Oscars and stuff? Will bots give each other awards?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because they're learning everything from us.
I think they will. I think they'll be like best actor.
It's just like we're not making fucking pencils here. It's like you know, it's like it's not like toilet paper. You just need to churn out as much because it's gonna get. It's like it's art. Like it doesn't need to be like the only reason to use AI is because you want to do it faster and make more. And it's like, do we need more? Do we need to make it faster?
Yeah.
I just don't see the point.
Damn, dude.
Anyway, that's my rant. I've got way more.
AI is on fraud watch for Evan, but through the lens of Jeff Bridges.
Which is because like
actually, no, I like Jeff Bridges. You're on fraud watch.
Yeah, because
that's like
because I love him and it's disappointing to me.
you can't be an Academy Award winner running around here talking about a song you made, but you just made it with AI. That's fucking brutal. Bo Burnham literally made an entire fake country song about basically this without AI. Like it's already so easy to make a country song.
It's so easy. It like literally like I'm a moron and I've got a studio in my garage and I can record a song in like a day if I wanted.
Yeah.
But the real work is thinking about like I sit here for a week and I smoke pot and I think about life and then I go, oh, I can make a song about that. Cool, man. You know, that's what Jeff Bridges should be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, smoke more weed.
Smoke more weed, Jeff. It'll get
That's what we learned here. Jeff Bridges needs to smoke way more weed.
Yeah. Correct.
You are not you are becoming you're starting to rely on the clankers and you need to rely on the weed.
On the God, I wish I had a cool weed term that rhymed with clankers.
Yeah.
Stankers. There it is.
It's right there, dude. We got it so fast.
we got
You're
you.
a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Mine is similar to music, or in
shit.
the vein of music, so I will go.
Okay.
My fraud watch, I think I might have like mentioned this to you before in my frustrations, but I've never aired it out on the pod. My fraud watch is unexpected live music in bars.
Oh boy.
So much. Dan really hates this.
I fucking hate it. Hate it. Now, don't get me wrong. All of you musicians who are like, dude, we rely on those gigs, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. That's why I said unexpected. If I go to a bar and I know they have live music, or I'm going for the live music, I have no problem with that. But when I go to a bar or restaurant and there is unexpectedly a fucking band there playing, it is absolutely horrendous. It's so fucking annoying because I am going to that bar with the intent to sit, hang out, have some drinks with the fellas and talk about stuff. Or if I'm going to a restaurant, I'm trying to go and eat and like relax and enjoy my meal. And if there's some fucking band clanging and banging, it ruins everything. It's so loud. Live music is so like dominating.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. You can't think. It's so fucking loud.
I'll tell you from experience, like when I go to a venue and play, like my amp, I literally has to be on level fucking 2. out of 10.
Yeah.
In order to, and like if I go any louder than that, it's uncomfortably loud in the room. So like it is so easy to be the loudest fucking thing in the world in a restaurant. So
and like
I get it.
We're not talking Ryan Gosling in La La Land here playing background piano in a nice restaurant. I'm talking a live band fucking hammering music down my throat while I'm trying to fucking eat my
That's inappropriate.
pastrami Reuben.
Yeah.
That is bullshit, dude. It drives me insane. I can't do it. When I go to a bar and I see a live band walk in and start setting up, I'm like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
I will leave. I'll leave.
And you don't even go. You were like you're saying unexpected, which pisses you off, but you don't even go to the bars that have the expected ones. You just don't go to.
Correct, dude.
Because you're like, I don't want this.
One of my favorite bars in the city, Hanano. Shout out Hanano in Venice. When there is a live band, it tucked in that corner, I
time to go.
Get so upset.
Yep.
I'm always like, I'm going outside. We're sitting outside on the patio because I cannot, especially in that little bar. Those bands will make your ears bleed with how loud it is.
I don't understand why you would have a band playing during a dinner service or in front of like dinner. Like to me, it makes sense if there's a bar and there's a section that is just for you to sit and watch and drink.
Yes.
But if it's a band playing in front of a bunch of people eating at like 6 p.m.,
it's
that
crazy.
makes no sense to me.
Dude, can
okay,
I
so
be
you're
9
on my
o'clock?
team.
I take that.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, I'm on your side in the sense of like there's an appropriate time and place to do it. And I think that like if you're not good at programming your restaurant, then you're fucking annoying people because I also don't want to listen to loud ass music when I'm trying to have dinner in a conversation.
Yeah, to me it's like if you're a bar that has seats, people are sitting down, they're eating and they're drinking. Why do you ever have a live band there? Ever?
Unless it's like after 10. And then it's like dinner's done being served.
If you're a bar that has a lot of dancing, then I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to a bar with the intent to dance, a live DJ or a live band, like it should be loud, it should be crazy.
Yeah.
But it's like if you're a bar that's more of a lounge and people are eating and just chilling, live music is the devil.
Yeah. So
the devil.
I want to take this one step further in that we love. I feel like oftentimes on the show we find distinctions, like when would fries come with?
Yeah.
And it's like if you order at the counter, no.
Yes.
If you sit down, yes. You know, like there's things we've defined on this show.
Yeah.
If there isn't space for dancing,
you can't have live music.
yes. And that might be a hot take, but I'm telling you, dude, if I'm at a bar where it's just the bar,
Yeah.
and I don't mean like Hanana where you can make it work.
Yep.
Or even like the break where we used to like, you know,
Yeah.
there's no dance. If there's not a space where I can then dance in front of that band, get your fucking band out of the bar.
Man, I will go even further. It's like, shout out JMO's down the road.
Yep.
If you go to JMO's in the afternoon, I went there 2 days ago for the Sweden game.
Yeah.
At 2 p.m. It was glorious. There are high top tables everywhere, people sitting, eating, drinking, enjoying the game. And then after they start clearing out those high top tables because they're like, we got to make room for the dance floor for the live music. And I'm like, do you think that you're making more money by having you're paying some live band that's probably not great?
They're not getting paid much.
Yeah,
Take
true.
it from me. There's not a lot of money in this.
But now we have a zoo of people sardined in there who aren't even dancing. They're just like standing there kind of nodding to the music. And I'm like, if you had those tables, they'd probably be spending more money.
Yep.
Because you'd have a server, they'd be able to get drinks more easily. I don't know.
Again, this is why it has to be after people are done eating.
Yeah, but even without the eating, dude. Again, this is my take. This is my fraud watch. Live music at bars fucking sucks. And frankly, even if I am done eating, it is 10 p.m. The second that band starts rolling in, I go, time to leave, dude. Deuces. Because you have now ruined the night.
Yep.
Now I'm not going to be able to hear you when you're sitting right across from me because this fucking person is jamming Wonderwall as loud as they possibly can. And now I can't hear the conversation I'm having. I'm leaving.
Yep.
Live music in bars, fraud watch.
Great. Mine's kind of fucking random and insane, but to be fair, you texted me this at like 12:30 at night, and I was on like hour 12.
Don't add the caveat, dude.
And I was like, man, what is bumming me out? And I thought, actually, I kind of reverse engineered it. And what made me so happy is it was so awesome that game I was at last night ended at 7 or whatever. And then it wasn't till like 9 in the drive that it got dark. Like I switched my headlights on at like 8:45. And I was like, sick. I love that, like, it stays light. Yeah. And then I was thinking about daylight savings and how much it sucks that in the winter it gets dark. And I know 1 hour, it like fucks with our rhythm anyway, but I was like, I actually think now, I don't know what is exactly on Fraud Watch here. Maybe the sun, maybe daylight savings in general, but I actually think we should have the sun set at 8:30 no matter what. Like we should adjust our clocks so that the sun goes down at 8:30. Just react to that first before I give you some logistics.
Wait, so you'd have to in the winter?
Hold on.
You'd have to wake up in the dark.
Yep, this is
which we do anyway.
This is a terrible idea.
Which we do anyway.
This is one of the worst ideas you've ever had.
Well, here's the thing, Dan. Okay, you guys reacted. Right now we wake up and it's dark in the morning in the winter too. But then eventually it's
for
light.
Like an hour.
Sure.
And then for an hour. So it's dark for an hour when we wake up, and then the sun sets at fucking 4:30.
Yeah, it's awful.
And it's pitch black, and you want to blow your brains out.
Okay.
Oh, it's awful.
Well, no. It's in the winter when the sun goes down at 4:30 here in LA, and I wake up at 7. It's not dark. If you wake up at 6, it's dark. But if I wake up 7, 8, it's not dark.
So what should happen is the sun should come up at 12:30, 1 p.m. Like we should live our whole mornings in the pitch black while we're just stuffed in at work anyway. And then right as we all step out for our lunch, God, the beautiful day is here. And we live our day, and then we have dinner, and then the sun goes down.
You would love Sweden
and
in
the sun goes down, and then we settle in for our TV.
I get
and
what
go
you're
to bed.
saying.
And it'd be lovely.
I when I used to have to drive from Savannah to Maryland for like back and forth from college, it's a 10-hour drive, right? This like psychological hack that I had was that if I left at 4 a.m. and the sun didn't come up till like 6:30, then those like 2.5 hours of darkness almost didn't count. And like when the sun came up, I was like, oh, now my day started. Yeah. And then it was a 7-hour drive instead of a 10.
I love that,
and
dude.
So like I see there's a psychological element that I understand.
The morning hours are literally irrelevant. Like all we are doing is like waking up, and the people who are up wicked early to gym, it's dark
admin.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm like literally just wake up. It's dark. Go into your office and just sit there for 3 hours while it's dark and just do your job. And then be like, okay, now that the first time you would ever step out ever is noon anyway. And now I'm like, great, the sun's up. Enjoy your 7 to 8 hours of daylight, and then the sun will go down and you have dinner and go to bed. And I'm like, we did it. We fucking did it, dude. And then in the summer, it's just daylight longer, and it's amazing, like we have now.
So what exactly are you putting on
I'm not
Fraud
sure.
Watch?
I'm just telling you what was happening to me.
The rotation of the earth.
You were
and
given
the
one
axis.
directive, and you don't have anything to put on Fraud Watch.
The Fraud Watch is us. We are on Fraud Watch for not correctly moving daylight savings to the appropriate time.
He wants to have wildly moving. It would move so much.
This
in a year.
this is such a brutal take for.
It'd be every month, Ev. Like if there's not 2 daylight savings, you'd be like,
You
okay,
move your hour back.
This is such a brutal take for any morning person, which I like because
morning person are mutants anyway, and they do everything in the dark. So
no, dude, you're like this is so wrong. And let me also say this. I also love it when the sun goes down later. It's amazing. Like walking out of this office at 8 and it's still light makes me so happy. It fills me with so much joy.
As it does everyone on Earth.
But agree. But the implication is that nothing that happens in the morning is worth it. Like I love the morning. I get so much done in the morning.
And you can do it in the dark.
No.
Yes, you can do. Yes, you can. Everything you get. Tell me every single thing you get done in the morning right now. Tell me.
I walk outside and I bask in the sunlight on my face.
Okay, you couldn't do that. That's the one thing you can't do.
Dude, you could get a UV light.
I'm so mad at you for we're trying to do Fraud Watch and you have nothing to put on Fraud Watch.
You were on Fraud Watch, dude. You were on Fraud Watch for not accepting that this is the way forward. This is the truth. When the fucking Earth burns up, and
I
we all
still
move
don't
to a
even
new
get
planet,
what you're
I will
saying.
institute
Like
this.
you're saying that we should just change.
I'll be alive.
We should change our clocks accordingly all year long so that
and
The
8:30 p.m. is
our
the sunset.
anchor. We anchor off 8:30.
We don't
sunset.
have. So you're putting clocks on Fraud Watch.
Yes.
Because now clocks don't matter.
Yeah, every month there's a new. And
Or actually,
it would ease
maybe they
into a
matter
daylight
more than
savings.
ever because it's like every day at 8:30 p.m. the sun needs to go down.
Yeah.
Well, you know that the scientists have said like the Earth is its spinning faster or slower, or something's happening to the rotation
over
the past few years.
I think you would be shocked how miserable your life would become if every single morning until noon it was dark.
Well, no, it would only be in the dog days of December. And I would go, who gives a fuck that it's dark in December 5th
I think
morning?
a lot of people. I think people in Sweden
It
are
would-
like, it is brutal in the winter when it's dark all morning.
It would make walking the dog in the morning a little harder.
And to be clear, we're not losing any daylight.
I understand what you're saying,
You're
but like,
shifting your
the morning,
activity
you're
hours.
just shifting life. Like, cause now everyone's sleep until noon. Dude.
No.
That would happen, Chris.
Oh, good. Then that would be amazing. Sleep is good.
Well, yes, it is, but this is gonna fuck up a lot of stuff.
God, it would be so perfect.
He wants everybody to be like a stoner.
Yeah.
Again, like mine. More pot, please.
Yeah,
For Jeff Bridges.
exactly.
More weed. All right, now let's go to top hits. Why don't you start us? I will snake it.
My top hits. Again, I was just riffing.
Okay, here we go.
I was thinking about 4th of July,
Ah,
which is awesome.
I'm gonna interrupt you because it's mine.
There's no universe where what I'm
You guys
about
are
to
brothers.
say
Okay,
is
all
what
right,
you-
all right.
Say it at the
is
same
what you
time.
have
Okay.
as your top hit. And if you do, dude, this is the last Empty Netters episode ever, and we are quitting.
Okay.
I would like more.
If you fuck up the directive of this as well,
No, wait, what is this one? You just said awesome stuff.
I'm waiting.
Is
you
that the
cheating?
directive?
Are you
What
cheating
is
off
on
of
your
Dan?
What is on your top hit? What is your top hit of the week?
I want more grass volleyball.
Okay, so grass volleyball is
Yep.
your okay. Sweet.
Because we were always playing beach, which is fun as hell, and then there's indoor volleyball, obviously. But when I was younger, I would go to 4th of July barbecues, which are goated, and there'd be a volleyball net up in the yard, and I was like, this is awesome. And then I never played that again for the rest of my life until Loop's bachelor party when we played it in the yard, and I was like, God, that's so sick.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I think we're just old, so no one wants to play. No one wants to get dirty and sweaty at the 4th of July barbecue, but I do. And I want more grass volleyball, and I am going to try to play this year.
Let me tell you something. You nailed it. Top hits is grass volleyball. I wish you had just said grass volleyball.
I thought you, the idea that you also had grass volleyball.
Well, you did both play grass volleyball, didn't
True.
you? I played badminton in the grass
Yeah,
recently.
also
It's
great.
almost the same thing,
Yep.
right? It's just the net's bigger on
And a little
volleyball.
less dirty, probably.
Yeah, because you're
For
not.
you, like, because I'm flying all over the place in volleyball, but badminton, you
got the
and you
little-
can get down. You can get down in badminton,
yeah,
but
you
a
can
little bit less.
Shuttlecock. That's
Well,
probably
yeah,
the
and I'd be-
greatest fucking thing I've
Incredible. And I'd be okay
The
with that, by
shuttlecock.
the way. I'd be okay with a badminton sub.
Grass volleyball is electric. Chris, that's an amazing hit list.
I love it.
Or top hit.
Yep.
Top hit. Evan, what's your top
You
hit?
said we're
Oh, we were
snaking.
snaking.
Well,
It's your turn.
I'm going to go last because I believe mine's going to transition
So
perfectly.
you're the snake.
oh, got
into,
it.
Yes.
I see.
This is do you remember when the internet just had like cool free things that not everything was trying to sell you
Yeah.
on shit? Like when we were growing up, it was like E-Bombs World and like sites
dude.
where you would just like,
Yeah.
like
YouTube, bro. YouTube. And we love YouTube.
yeah, we do. But like, but back when it was just like, here's a thing that somebody made and whatever. Well, there is one thing that I really love, and it's this app called Radio Garden, and literally it's a fucking globe, and you can go around the United States. You might even be able to go to other countries, and you go to a city, and it shows you all the radio stations you can pick up, like terrestrial radio.
Wow.
So like, for example, if I want to hear local Pittsburgh Penguins, like sports radio, I can zoom into Pittsburgh and find all the stations, and you listen for free.
Are you getting paid for this?
No, I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not. I just think it's a cool, like, it's one of those things. It's like, man, what a nice
Dude,
fucking
those
service.
were the fucking days, bro.
Yeah, and it's still here. I mean, it's an app. I don't know how old it is, but yeah. So that's something that I think people should know
Dude,
about.
radio is the last frontier. Like radio
Yeah.
is like they will die.
So your top hit is this app that allows you to check out different.
I just think if you're
Local radio.
if you're homesick like me and you want to listen to it's radio, so it's like, come on, it's not that interesting. But if you want to listen to weird stations in other places, Radio Garden is like a fun free thing. I mean, there's ads on it that you have to like click through sometimes. You're like, fucking, god damn it,
Dude,
But you just listen to whatever station you want, and it's so comprehensive, it's kind of crazy. And it's cool that it's a globe that you can sort of like riff around.
I love that, dude.
Yeah.
I think this is cooler than I initially thought. Like, I'm starting to wonder if there was something crazy going on in some part of the country.
Yeah, I mean, you could like
You'd be able to, like, if there's a crazy tornado in Kansas.
Yeah.
I could go to Kansas
You're
radio.
like, that's
and probably
cool.
be talking about it.
I do. I think
I don't know why you would want to do that.
I'm very nostalgic about radio, and I feel as though the newer generations are not at all.
Yeah.
And I both mean from a music standpoint, where I'm just in the car and you put on, what was the bop in Maine, like 107.1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, New England.
So you're like, okay, 107.1, and there's the guy who's going to play the hits, the pop hits. And I'm like, great. And then also, big time for me is sports, like listening to Red Sox games on the radio.
Yeah.
And I just think kids now are not listening to, you can get the TV feed on everything on your phone. Like, you can listen to your sports team TV feed, and they listen to Spotify, which is fine. The world changed. That's all good. But I think we are probably one of the last generations that are nostalgic about the radio.
That's true. Evan, I was not expecting this, and I like it.
There you go. Radio Garden.
All right, my top hit of the week. I actually had one that I'll probably save because I'm going to switch it up for a clear and obvious reason. My top hit of the week is the 4th of July in general.
Ba-bum.
I'm sitting up for this. Not only is it the 250th anniversary, but I am so fired up for the 4th of July. It's going to be my top hit because of the World Cup.
Yes.
I'm so excited for this 4th of July because I believe there is more love and excitement going on in this country right now than there has been in a long time. And I think you can't properly love something unless you love yourself. It's the truth, dude. You got to work on yourself first. And right now, there's a lot of love going on. And I am so fucking fired up, dude, for an opportunity where we, along with Canada and Mexico, are hosting this World Cup. There's millions of international folks who are here enjoying the U.S., enjoying things about the culture, enjoying the people, and having so much fun. And we now get to share that with them. So, like, I'm saying right now, if you are an international person and you're in LA and you see me on the 4th of July, come up and party with me.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because, dude, the 4th of July is so fun. It's one of our best holidays in the U.S. And the fact that we've had this awesome month of the World Cup, of so many people being like, wow, there's so many cool things about the U.S. This party is about to be so fun. And it's an opportunity. This is what the U.S. is built on, dude. Sharing cultures, welcoming people in, melting pot vibes, the land of opportunity. So to be able to have had this awesome month of sharing the U.S. with all of these amazing people from around the world, and now we're about to get to share the 4th of July with them, is so awesome. This is going to be the best 4th of July of all time, dude. Like, all of these people from all over the world are going to be in all of these U.S. cities, and they're going to get to watch us do 4th of July celebrations. Guess what? You're in it now.
Dude, that's such a great point.
You're involved now.
That the World Cup, one of the host countries, their Independence Day fell during the World Cup window, and everyone like that. Does that ever happen?
Dude, it fell during the World Cup. We're still in it. Canada's still in it. Mexico is still in it. All the host nations are still in the World Cup. 4th of July on the 250th anniversary is happening. Like, this is so fun. It's so cool.
Yep.
And I just think it is such an amazing opportunity that right now we're seeing more national pride than we have in too long. And we're fucking shutting down the media. We're shutting down the politicians. We're shutting down the negativity. We're shutting down the bad narratives. And people are, for the first time in a long time, just being so happy to be from the U.S., to be able to proudly celebrate that, and more importantly than anything, to share that.
Yep.
That's what it's all about, dude. This 4th of July is now about not just a celebration, but it's about sharing. And I'm like, I am so looking forward to Saturday to be able to wear some U.S. gear and to find someone who's not from the U.S. and put my arm around their shoulder and go, I'm so excited to fucking celebrate the 4th of July with you.
Yeah.
Because you know what's fucking awesome, dude? I have actually been out of the country the last 2 years on the 4th of July. 2 years in a row. I was in Sweden and I was in England. And you know what? I had a fucking amazing 4th of July because everyone there who knew I was from the U.S. was like, dude, it's 4th of July and you're here. Let's do some 4th of July shit. That's what it's all about, dude. That's the fucking love and kindness that makes the world great. We are now hosting the biggest tournament in sports in this country on the 4th of July, on the 250th anniversary. And we have all of these international people here. It's time to fucking make the 4th of July an international day. Yeah. And we'll get to go like this. Hey, we're not just celebrating the U.S., we are sharing the U.S. with all of you and everything that's great about it. And that fucking fires me up.
Dude, this, I got to go to the game yesterday.
Yes.
And Gavin and Loop were like, this is, I've never been to an international thing.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. And I was like, oh, you know what? I am completely spoiled because of the Olympics that we just went to, because I don't think I had really until then. And 4 Nations, but now I was like, oh, I've been really feeling this pride. And the women won too, and that was fucking awesome. But I just always go back to that Jack Hughes post game when he was like, he's like tweaking on adrenaline.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know where he is, but he was like, I'm just so fucking proud to be American. And I was like, come on.
It's amazing.
And that is exactly how I feel too, and I want to share that also.
That's what I'm saying, dude, because I think that emotion from him in that moment it's not like pride in the sin way.
Yeah.
It's I think it's got to be about in the sharing way. Like the way I've just felt so awesome this month.
Yeah.
It's like seeing so many people have their mind changed about the U.S. is, again, it's what we're getting back to what it was all supposed to be about, dude. So let's keep that fucking going and have the best party this weekend. So this is my message to all of you in the U.S. Have the best 4th of July weekend ever and share it, dude. Mm-hmm. Share it, because that's what this is fucking all about. Fires me up. With that, let's close this episode with a blind ranking. We've got 4th of July barbecues coming up, and I hope everyone has the best time ever, and I hope you get to spread that love and joy and happiness to everybody you're around. But we're doing blind ranking 4th of July barbecue foods.
Hell yes, dude.
I want to add a wrinkle.
Okay.
Do you want? Can we do barbecue sides, or have we done that
love.
before?
No, I love it.
100%.
I just feel like the mains we all know. That's going to be too easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what, Ed? You can do whatever you want here. You can throw anything here. I love it.
Well, it's going to be 4th of July barbecue sides. Here we go. Baked beans.
Ooh. I love baked
Me too.
beans.
And I love them with yellow mustard, specifically yellow. Normally,
weird.
I'm a...
Dude, have you ever done that?
No, I've never. We're learning quickly on this podcast that mustard goes with a lot more than we think initially.
But
I don't deny it.
I'm going to stand with Chris on this, specifically yellow mustard, because yellow mustard gets a bad rep.
Correct.
People are like, yellow mustard is children's mustard.
Yep.
I think I've got love for all mustard.
Me too.
Yellow mustard on baked beans is distinctly better than like a spicy brown, ground mustard or something like that. So I love that move. I'm a pretty hands eater on 4th of July barbecue. I like eating with my hands, not so much a fork. Now, obviously, there's great things. I probably am going low here. Also, you know what? Talking about international. Also great on baked beans is HP sauce.
What's HP sauce?
It's a very British you put it on like a stuff on a roast or an English
similar
breakfast.
to A1, isn't it?
It's very similar to A1.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
HP sauce and baked beans is fantastic.
Ah, man. I want to go high. I actually love beans. I love making beans too. I feel like I'm in the
What do you
West.
mean making beans? You just heat them up?
Yeah, I love heating up beans.
You love heating up beans.
Like
You mean pouring a can out and putting it in?
No. He doesn't even do it. He just opens it
crack
and
the
puts it
can
over a
open
fire.
and then put the can
Sticks
on
it in
the
a
fire.
wedge of his 2
Yeah.
sticks.
and then you eat out of the can. And then I go, dude.
You're a
watched
hobo.
Dennis
You're a fucking
you watched
1930s
Dennis
hobo.
Yeah, you watched Dennis the Menace one time, and then you were like,
You're Christopher Lloyd from Dennis the
just
Menace.
eating
What
beans
what
out of a
movie
can.
is it where they give someone a can of beans and they eat it so
Mud.
mud, dude.
Gives him
And
beanie weenie.
And I'm like, dude.
And he's just finger
And
fucking
I'm like,
it.
dude, you need to eat those beans more calmly.
He hadn't eaten it for a long.
He's
he
in
hadn't
front of
eaten it.
I know,
children
but
too.
still,
in
I'm
that
just
movie.
like, it's okay, dude.
No,
Make it last. Make it last. 1.
You putting this on 1? Holy shit.
I want to go 4, but I'll go 3. The
3.
classic lame 3.
But
I mean, baked beans are great. I'm never gonna be
3.
mad about baked beans
3.
being 3. Okay, 3.
All right, we're locking in 3 on baked beans. Specifically grilled corn on the cob.
oh,
4.
because it's grilled.
I
you don't
love corn on the cob, man. And like, I think a lot of people don't know this. Corn on the cob is often accompanied with seafood, like a lobster
Yeah,
bake.
yeah.
Yep.
And we grew up with that in Maine. I love corn on the
corn on
cob.
the cob.
Put as much fucking butter and salt on that shit
Yeah.
as is possible. Also, you come out here, you put some like cotija on there,
Yeah.
some tahine.
Yeah.
That's also fucking incredible. But corn on the cob for me is just like gets in your teeth so bad.
Yeah.
Your hands get messier eating that.
You
eating
just said you're a hands guy.
I know, but your hands get like I can eat a burger with my hands and not necessarily get messy. I eat corn on the cob; it's messier than fucking ribs, and we know how I feel about ribs.
Yeah.
I love corn on the cob, but I think I'm 4 here, dude. Like that's not a 1 or 2 spot for me.
Fuck, dude, I love corn on the cob. My corn on the cob. Sometimes I feel like I am actually. This is the equivalent of my corn on the cob. Imagine a plate of loose corn kernels,
Okay.
cooked corn kernels, and then I take a stick of salted butter and I roll that in the corn. That is essentially what I'm eating when I eat corn
Yeah,
on the
and
cob.
that's incredible. What you just said sounds so good. When you literally see the indentation of a corn on the cob in the stick of butter, that's when you know you're fucking cooking.
I
with
know,
gas.
but I think you're misunderstanding me. Like you're implying that I
Oh,
take my corn and roll it in butter. I'm telling you, I take a stick of butter and roll it in loose corn kernels until it comes up surrounded with corn, and then I eat that.
I also love that. I also
What are you,
love
Chris Farley?
Yeah, I will go 4 because I think maybe there are hammers coming, but I like it.
No,
more
you're
than
going
you.
4 because it's right.
No,
Grilled corn on the cob 4.
Potato salad.
Now we're talking.
yeah. Now we're talking big time.
Now we're talking. I love potato salad, and I'm also going to say this. Underrated. I think it's such a staple that a lot of people dismiss it, and they're like, "Oh, potato salad. I don't need some of the potato salad." Potato salad is so good, and you gotta like make it well.
and there's so many variations. That's why I love it.
Don't buy shitty store-bought potato salad. There's really good store-bought
Yeah.
potato salad, but like you can make a great potato salad is
It's
unbelievable.
incredible. I want to go 2
And that's a fork one, so
because
you
there's
know I like it.
Yeah, there's something that I really want at 1.
Yeah, I wouldn't go 1 here,
Okay, let's go.
but it's definitely above baked beans and corn for me.
oh yeah,
Potato salad 2.
Let's go 2.
Potato salad fucking rocks.
I'm gonna say chips and dip of any variety.
damn. Now
So
you
that
just
could
put me
be-
in
that
a-
could be
you
Tostitos, that
put
could
me in
be
in
potato.
a bind here. Now I'm in a bind.
Okay, actually, great point. Chips and dip of any variety. I love that. 4th of July barbecue is when French onion dip comes to shine. Like, we're not... I mean, listen, chips and salsa will be there.
Yep.
But 4th of July barbecue, we're doing more creamy dips. We're doing French onion dip. We're doing like a dill dip with ruffles. Classic
original
ruffles.
Yeah.
Ruffles are the best.
You could do like a buffalo chicken dip on 4th of
Dude,
July.
don't include that. That's fucked.
I mean, we're doing all varieties. This might be 1 because of the variety. Variety is the spice of life.
Yeah, because now if buff chick dip is in, then it is 1.
I think it's. I mean, dude, 4th of July
like a spinach
sides,
artichoke dip.
and I have the entire pantheon of chip dips. That's got to be 1.
But now my favorite fucking side is going to be said
You don't know.
next, and
You
it's gonna
don't
be
know
5.
that. You don't know that. It might not be said. You're not in his head.
Yes, I am.
He's in my head.
We have the entire field of chip dips: French onion, dill dip, buffalo chicken dip, chips and salsa, sour cream.
Okay.
I mean, what is going to beat every dip on the planet? Guacamole. I'm forgetting some great dips
Yeah.
here. Just, please, speak up, guys.
What's the one with spinach artichoke? Did we mention
Yeah.
that?
Or I said
I
that
didn't
earlier.
say
Yeah.
spinach artichoke. That's a great
It's
one.
incredible.
Trifle, three-layer bean dip.
Yeah.
Oh, 3-layer bean dip.
Jesus. Okay. 1.
It's got to be 1, dude. We have the entire field of dips.
Yep. Yep.
You guys are gonna love this. So
5.
at number 5 is veggie skewers.
Oh, yes! Woo!
God, that's awesome.
Woo! We did it, dude.
Oh, dude.
Pimento cheese dip.
Thank God, dude. Thank God. Thank God.
Veggie skewers, suck it.
Oh,
If you're
dude.
eating a fucking vegetable on the 4th of July
No,
barbecue.
come on, no, hold on. Like a pepper, onion, mushroom on a skewer. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
sure. That's good. Suck it. Suck it. All of our international friends, we ain't eating fucking veggies on 4th of July barbecue
Yeah.
unless it's grilled corn on the cob. Now,
thought
I
it was
will
going-
say every now and
barely a
then when
veggie.
I go to like a barbecue like that and someone has those fucking absolutely delectable skewers of a cherry tomato with a ball of mozzarella with a balsamic glaze on there.
And some basil.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
But it is a 5.
I thought it was going to be pasta salad. And pasta
You
salad.
thought you're sitting here and you think you're in his head. The second he said potato salad, I breathed a sigh of relief because I knew he
Pasta
wouldn't
salad
do
wasn't
2
coming.
salads.
Because pasta salad is the most 4th of July thing.
I love pasta
dude,
salad,
It's
too.
incredible.
Pasta salad
I don't eat it
is
ever except
in-
at 4th of July.
Also, I'm gonna take a step above here. Okay, pasta salad, in my opinion, is distinctly different from macaroni salad.
And I love them both. at
I
4th of
love them
July, but
both.
I agree.
I love them both, but pasta salad is way better.
Yeah.
And dude,
You can get a nice
home.
Greek
Actually,
one.
hey, all of our listeners, I am begging you, DM me or us your
Specifically Dan.
your best pasta salad recipes because dude, I can't tell you the amount of parties I've gone to where someone has brought a homemade pasta salad and it knocks my dick clean off my body. And I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. Some people's homemade pasta salad recipes are some of the best shit I've ever fucking had.
I agree, Dan, and I love them, and I love some of the even like
unreal.
The store ones are good too. It's usually in
Unreal.
the deli section where it's like the made
Yup.
in the counter.
Yep.
But those are fucking awesome.
So goddamn good, dude. So goddamn good. That is one of the best blind rankings we've ever done.
We nailed that.
I genuinely think that was perfect. I'm so proud of us. We are perfect.
Yeah. Chips and dip, potato salad, baked beans, corn on the cob, veggie skewers. That's the order.
I mean, nailed.
Come on.
Nailed it. That's it for today's episode, folks. Beautiful stuff. We're going to keep ripping all the World Cup content, so tune in for that. More NHL stuff to come. We're going to have great guests coming in the coming weeks. A lot of exciting stuff. Beautiful, beautiful action going on here. Have the best 4th of July weekend ever. Such a special thing, 4th of July, landing on a Saturday. That is unbelievable. Share it, share it, share it. That is my message to you. Share this amazing holiday, this amazing country, all of the amazing people with all of the other amazing people who are here. Show them the best time ever. Stay safe, stay happy, stay loving. Enjoy it. We'll see you next week. And until then, skate hard.